I would say so. It was definitely when the first time I met you, you definitely got nicer. And you don't do the
What,
condescending voice. Well, the way this actually works is that this, and that. And
well,
What's
if this
going
is all that
on?
happened,
Guys, Sithis here, back at it with another live
KingSithis is now
stream.
live streaming Grand Theft Auto 5.
We are
Debate
playing
Ancaps.
Grand Theft Auto. And I'm here with in a room with where people could come in and debate Ancaps. So yeah.
I think Ancap is stupid
Why is that?
because I don't think you guys properly acknowledge non-status hierarchies and their role in contributing to the state.
Non-status hierarchies? Like what?
Yeah. I would say gender is a big one that Ancaps totally ignore.
Gender?
Yeah.
Care to elaborate what you mean by that?
So I think we both agree that for most of human history, there was no such thing as a state, right? Probably for like 32,000 years, there probably wasn't a state in any modern or even like theoretical sense.
I guess I'll just take your word for it because I don't really know the history of the whole world of the human race.
That's the issue with ANCAP. History starts with like the New Testament, but yeah, that's pretty much how it was. But like before we had the state, like there had to be some ideas that led up to it. You know what I mean?
Okay, but I'm not
Like,
sure
what do you think?
how this proves the hierarchy of genders or whatever. Like how I'm not sure what that makes. How you're
So
where you're
like
going with
for
this.
in hunter-gatherer societies, the division of labor was based on gender, right? Because there is comparative advantages on aggregate between different sexes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. In this society, it was mostly nomadic. Like it was kind of primitive, and they would hunt and gather for all of their resources. Like they were not transforming the land; they were living off of it like animals almost, right?
Well, that is one way of transforming the land.
Well, it wouldn't be like in the sense that we would have any kind of private property or homesteading claims arising. It would be more of like a parasitic relationship, as Hoffa would put it. That's how he characterizes this stage of human development. I'd agree with that. That's what most anthropologists would say. Before agriculture.
Okay.
So, but during this time, the men would hunt, right? And the women would gather. And what happened was that gathering was actually a much more efficient endeavor than hunting. I mean, just calorie and resource-wise, it's a lot easier to pick berries than to hunt, like deer, for example. So women kind of became the leaders of the community. That and the men were always, to hunt, you have to travel more, so they were away from the home. And the women were in charge of society for this reason. They were making the decisions, and they had the most important economic role. What we saw was, like Hoppa talks about, is that there's a lot less conflict during this period, and also there's a lot more compassion and empathy. Like we have anthropological evidence of like crippled 70-year-olds that must have been carried around for like decades on back of other humans, and kept alive by their family and band units. And this is all because of empathy and compassion. But we legitimately have a historical record of when this shifted away from the women being in charge of society to the men. And we saw that what they learned hunting, their aggression and violence, was imposed upon all of society. And that's when we started to see things like tax levies.
So we need to go back to. So we need to become vegan. Is that what you're saying?
No, not at all. What I'm saying is that like we have to challenge the patriarchy, because the patriarchy is what's contributed us to these aggressive and non-empathetic and compassionate modes of social organization. And if we don't do that as ANCAPs, we're doomed to repeat ourselves and have an aggressive
Us as
society
ANCAPs?
as anarchists, bro. I'm not an ANCAP.
Well, I mean those are your words.
My bad, bro. I misspoke. I'm no longer an ANCAP. I was for many years.
I mean, I'm not. I don't necessarily disagree with the idea of allowing women to make their own decisions and not having men control them and tell them what to do. I'm not against that. I would say I think that women should have the right to make their own decisions and do their own stuff as any
I'm
other guy.
I'm advocating for matriarchy, not patriarchy. I'm saying we should go even further than equality, socially, not through aggression, but we should organize society alongside the principles of being a woman, of compassion, of empathy, etc.
All right, I don't know about all that, bro. I can't lie.
Like we
I
have to
mean, if
challenge
that's
the
what you want to
patriarchy.
do, I mean, I'm not necessarily against
How do
that.
you think you do
I
that?
mean, as
Well,
long as
that's
you're
the key
not,
for
as long
solving
as you're not doing it aggressively, like you said, as long as you're not doing aggressively. I mean, I can't. I'm not like I can't say I'm ethically against that in any way.
like if you don't do that, if the Ancaps don't advocate for this, if we did achieve statelessness, we would just have the state again. Because unless we confront the patriarchy, like it's just going to reemerge. You know what I mean? That's why it's so important. Like we can't just be, or you can't just be tolerant of these ideas. Like you have to actually challenge these non-status hierarchies. You know what I mean?
I'm a feminist.
All right, bro. Awesome.
No, I'm a feminist.
So you would go as far as saying we should organize society alongside more like womanly principles?
I'm more of a let and let live kind of guy. Like, kind of live it as long as you're not aggressing.
But that's not really like feminism. That's just equality.
Well,
That's what
that is
feminism is.
feminism. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like
Equality.
I'm talking about going beyond that. I'm talking about feminism as in like elevating the role of women to leadership and like. setting
Well, I
the
mean,
norm
I
of
elevate
society.
women all the time. I go on like OnlyFans and I just like throw so much money at these women and just worship them, and it's great.
That's not really helping challenge it because the relationship is still that you're the consumer. I would contend that consumers are dominant towards most producers in the economy.
Well, I mean,
They're
I mean, what do you mean by dominant?
What?
I mean, like you could. I mean, especially with OnlyFans, like you just offer women money and have them perform things for you. Like,
Yeah,
it's
but
like
they're
you
okay with
kinda
it.
control them.
But they're okay with it.
But like we didn't have prostitution as a concept until we had the patriarchy.
It's a mutually beneficial exchange.
I'm
only
not
reason we
sure.
have
I'm not really
prostitution-
sure the origins of prostitution. But I think that if a woman wants, I'm a sex positive feminist. I think that if women want to do that, they should be allowed to. I think that's fine.
They should be allowed to, but the only reason that they're even in a situation where there's a demand for this is the patriarchy, because we objectify women and we see their bodies as a service upon men. That's the problem.
Doesn't the same thing happen?
I mean,
with,
is
like, there are men
objectifying a woman
there are men's on
an aggression?
OnlyFans.
I don't think it's an aggression, but it leads to aggression because it's a patriarchal impulse. We're creating an unjust hierarchy by objectifying the woman. The woman's below us. We don't objectify men. We do men.
How is this unjust? How is
Well,
it
women
unjust?
objectify men sometimes.
Sometimes less so.
Well, I mean, we objectify men like women
They've adopted the patriarchal
women like
worldview.
buff, physically fit guys and
Yeah, well,
models
that's
and things like
because
that.
The patriarchy created the institution of marriage, for example. Of course, there's an incentive to objectify things because we view each other as property. But that's a patriarchal concept. That's not what we have.
How is that patriarchal?
For
how is
20,000
marriage-
years, in the
marriage?
state of nature, in pure anarchy.
But what if somebody
there was-
agrees to get married?
I don't see an issue with that inherently, but I think we should try to dissuade that as a society. We should move towards more matriarchal structures.
Wait, hold on. What is inherently better about a matriarchal structure compared to a patriarchal one?
The emphasis on compassion and empathy, and also the 20,000 years of anarchy that existed under matriarchal structures.
Are you talking about 20? What are you talking about?
I mean, humanity.
You mean, are you an anarcho-primitivist or something, or
No, I would consider.
we need to return
myself,
to the old ways?
I mean, if you know Bookchin, right? He's a friend of Rothbard. I'm a lot into anarcho ecology.
I'm not really
say,
sure
like-
the disagreement we have, though.
The disagreement is I don't think Ancaps like actually have solvency for statism.
Are you talking
because
about
you're not
me?
constructed. I'm talking about all Ancaps, bro, because you guys.
But I
aren't
don't see how I
emphasizing-
disagree with you on any of this.
So you agree with me that this data arises from patriarchy?
From
I don't see
patriarchy?
how that makes any sense.
I'm not sure how that makes sense.
You're saying-
they're like
You,
you can
are
have
you
a
saying you need
Ideally, you could make a state with women, right? Too.
But that wouldn't happen because women don't have that natural impulse to be aggressive.
There have
to the
been
same
queens.
extent. Yeah, but it's not as common. Like women are generally
Oh,
more
but
compassionate.
You,
that's not true.
Doesn't matter if
reason
men in the
nobility
state.
and royalty exists in the first place is
Are you trolling me
patriarchy.
right
So
now?
if
You got to be trolling me right
no,
now.
This
these
guy's like,
institutions
whoa,
exist
bruh.
because of the patriarchy, and these institutions obviously influence women as well. So there's a natural impulse towards compassion and empathy, particularly in women.
But women
the
have
societal pressures
support. There
give
are
over
women
Bro,
that
life.
power
support
corrupts.
states.
Power corrupts
Yeah,
regardless of the
exactly.
gender.
But their natural inclination is more compassionate and empathetic than men.
Blood, that's the most
Okay,
naive
but
thing I've ever
that
heard.
doesn't
Hold on,
that
just put
doesn't
the
that,
women in the state and then it's okay? Like, I don't understand.
that
What?
doesn't
Or no, you
disqualify
don't
a
believe. Do
woman
you
from
wait, hold on. Do you
supporting a
believe in the
state.
state?
Sorry.
There's a lot of people talking.
Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
God
Oh.
gift? Are you an anarchist?
Yeah, bro. I already said so.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. I'm just.
So, like the issue. Okay, so I'll lay it out really clearly, right? There's natural differences between men and women. There's legitimate temperate differences between the two sexes.
Okay.
And women, on average, are much more empathetic and compassionate. But when men who are more aggressive and violent, on average, just naturally, due to their role always in evolution in society, when they make the institutions reflect their values. When women are raised in these institutions, even though their natural disposition is empathetic and compassionate, these institutional values can be imposed upon them and kind of supersede these underlying values. So we see women act as if they are men, but that does not actually change the default of femininity. And that's exactly why we need to destroy the patriarchy so that we can, address these issues of statist women, just as we need to address statist men. But it all comes from patriarchy.
But wait, there are women that support the state.
That's exactly my point, is that the institutions are making them, but it's not natural.
How are the institutions
What?
making it?
How is You could say that about men.
Exactly, yeah. The patriarchy is a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah, but you could say the matriarchy. Let's say that we put a matriarchy and then a state arises. Would you then say that then now, like, okay, they both sucks?
There's never been a case of a matriarchy has turned into a state. There's only been
But there have been matriarchal states.
Right, but those are okay. So the state of nature is a matriarchy. Then we see a patriarchy arise. The patriarchy creates the state and the statist institutions, and sometimes we see women who understand these institutions and incentives succeed greatly and become in charge of them. But the institution and the woman are functionally the patriarchy still. There's nothing changed. It's the same structure. But we've never seen
But it's women in the power though.
turn into a state. We see it.
Basically, what you're saying is that no state has ever been started by a woman. It's always been started by a man. So we need to have women in charge so that a state will never get started.
No state has ever been started except from a position of patriarchy within a community. That's my argument.
So if only we had a matriarchal society, there would be no state ever.
Yep. Yeah, and then we have 20,000.
Are you saying?
I'm not sure. Is there any like empirical like way to prove this? I'm not sure. Or like I'm not sure how this follows.
Look at anthropology. Up until the Sumerians, there was no state at all. There was no organized government that taxed anybody.
When did the Sumerians come about?
Sumerians came about 8,000 years ago, I think. Let me check.
So you're saying there were no states before that time, apparently, or before those
Sumerians
people?
came about 6,000 years ago. Before Sumerians, there's no states. We have no anthropological or written evidence of states, and most anthropologists agree that there was just kinship structures, not states. But I'll even grant that it's possible that at the birth of agriculture, there could have been some states about 12,000 years ago. But this does not change the point that for most of human history, there was no states, and we had a matriarchal society.
Why did those states exist?
So you know what? Men should all just
If
kill
there were
themselves.
states that existed... Wait, what?
If all men just like killed themselves, like we installed a matriarchal society, the Ancaps stand would be built.
The issue because the institutions are still patriarchal. It has to be like a.
What makes an institution patriarchal?
If there are no men that exist. The emphasis on aggression and violence.
I don't see that as inherent. I
That's
understand
not like
that
a inherently a male thing.
biologically men are
That
more
is
like aggressive, but I don't think
well,
that that's like
Yeah,
I
women
just don't see
fight
that as
too.
necessarily like male in nature. That's
I've
just
seen
something
women
people
fight.
individually can do. Women can behave like that. It's not because of
the exceptions prove the rule. Is that in general, women are incredibly much more compassionate and empathetic, and we see that in the societies that are matriarchal.
but
Okay.
aggression is like an individual thing people engage in. It's not like just because men might more on average do that doesn't I don't think that makes it inherently male in nature. I think that's just how people behave sometimes,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's
regardless
what
of their
sex
gender
and
or their
gender
sex.
is. It's the categorization of shared attributes. So I would contend that there's men that are actually feminine and behave with compassion and empathy and I classify as women in matriarchal in nature. I'm not disagreeing with your point. There's exceptions. But what I'm saying is the role of women and man are not directly tied to your sex. I'm unclear on that sometimes. But you could be a man
Okay.
where you could have a dick and you could essentially have the characteristics of a woman and you could be a matriarchal woman, personality and emotionally. So that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I guess there's women that would fill that masculine role. Very few biological women, but at that point they would be patriarchal. They'd be functionally societally men.
Good luck with that, bro. That's all I can say.
It makes sense because women are the ones that for most of human history and in apes and stuff that take care of the young. Like there's a certain hardwire to nurture and care that women have that men don't necessarily have.
Interesting theory,
Like
bro. Although I'll
it's
admit
not like,
I remain unconvinced.
it's true, bro. Like it used to be like a pump and dump thing. Like you got a bitch pregnant, and then like your sister was also in your
Don't
band. You
whoa
got
whoa
her
whoa. Did you
pregnant.
just call a female a bitch?
I know, I did, bro.
That's kind of
Reclaimed.
anti-feminist, bro. That's
What I'm
kind
saying
of
is like you just
that's
go
kind of
around,
patriarchal, bro.
everyone would be pumping and dumping everyone. None of
So
the
no, no,
fathers
no,
knew
no.
who
Do you
their
not
kids
realize
were.
what you just did was very patriarchal?
I don't think so.
No. Calling women bitches.
I'm fine with that.
It's not very. That's very patriarchal. I don't think
What
you're
I'm saying
really.
is, like,
I don't think you follow
they
your
were going around
ethics.
pumping and dumping, and the men didn't even know who the father was in these societies, but the women knew who the mother was, and they took care of the babies.
I don't think you follow your principles, bro.
You got to read some more Hoppe, bro. Your anthropology is lacking.
Your anthropology is lacking, bro.
All right, bro. You're
Does
arguing
Hoppa
against
believe in the Does Hoppa
Okay.
believe in the matriarchy?
He doesn't understand the
Hoppa's not does not
What is he
not right about
considering?
everything.
What is he wrong about?
I'm sure there's something he's wrong about. I'm not right
Yeah,
about
so,
everything.
yeah.
Nobody's right about everything.
Well, he's right about anthropology, so.
Well,
I think he's kind of racist.
I'll take your word for it.
Hoppe is racist, but he's correct on this, the pump and dump thing. So,
I like pumping and dumping.
what do you think, Fly? Fly's also a feminist anarchist.
Sure. I think the only good point you made was the women are naturally nurturers. But I mean, I don't think we should make a matriarchal because like I'm not really there for like matriarchy or patriarchy.
Yeah, I don't really
Like,
care about women
yeah,
that much.
I do. I actually do think they're even more important than
I only
men
care
because
about
they're
women
like,
when it aligns with my ends, you know.
no, I don't know. Actually, women carry babies, and like to me, that makes them extremely important and more important than like the average man.
We're expendable, you know.
We are. We only need one man tree.
Biologically, yeah. I mean, we could literally put like a million babies in a million women, right? But a one woman can only have one baby, you know? Like
Yeah.
they literally have a low supply but high demand, bro. Like
You're
that makes it important.
You're applying supply and demand logic to women. You can't do that.
So I can. Reciprocal
Supply and
combo.
demand, baby. Oh yeah.
Evidently, I can't even say the word
That's
bitch.
Austrian economics over there for you.
I can't even say bitch because I guess I'm a contradiction because I say bitch.
Yeah, bro, you're calling women a bitch. That's like patriarchal, bro. That
I
goes
mean, I
against your
feel like
principle.
not necessarily.
Yes, it is. What?
Maybe he's like it's like
a little
it's like
patriarchal.
how do I explain it?
How do you call a woman a bitch? That's like an insult.
It's like black people call each other the N word, but it's not racist.
Wait,
Yeah, but you're not a woman,
you a
so
woman?
it's not. Yeah, it's not
I
the
said
same.
woman wasn't just a biological thing. I think I have womanly characteristics. I'm compassionate and empathetic.
Oh, so you're saying like
I don't
it's
think
on a
that's the
spectrum.
qualifiers for being a woman. I'm gonna
It's
be
on a
honest.
spectrum.
That's how I categorize
You
it.
need
I
there's more
categorize-
qualifiers than that.
No, I categorize women as compassionate, empathetic, men as aggressive and violent. That's how I do it.
That's a really
So yeah, so women have
doesn't
never
make
been
any
aggressive
sense.
or violent. Yeah.
I don't hold
Gotcha.
on, hold on, hold on.
If they are, then they're men. They're biological.
That's not what it means.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, bro. That just made me
I
laugh.
would call myself, like, I guess in your contemporary terms, I'd be a lesbian because I'm a woman, but I like pussy. So
Wow, that's good for you, man. We need to all become
It's
women,
not
I
like-
guess. Is that what you're
it's
saying?
not a tranny thing. I want to be clear. It's not a tranny thing. It's just
Yo.
like I think we need to redefine
So we all
women,
need to
bro.
become women, basically.
We all need to be women.
Yeah, got you.
Bro, why would I want to be a woman?
Makes sense.
I am a woman. Say I am a woman.
That makes sense.
I'm not a woman. I'm a
Say
man.
I am a woman, and you will be a woman.
I have a,
That's simple.
you know, the male appendage.
That's fine, bro. You can be a woman at that.
I don't want to be a woman.
I don't know. I don't think that's how that works. I don't know. That's just me.
Read some more hop, bro.
More hoppa. Okay. I'll go to the part where he talks about, you know, men having
Being
penises,
a woman.
I think
Men
Fly, you
having
should debate.
penises?
women having penises.
I should debate.
Fly, you should debate Sithis, bro. He's an Ancap.
I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I just don't believe a society should be its central core is its capital. I don't think that's a good society. I think mutual aid should be the forefront. But I mean,
Capitalism
I think it would just
isn't the just simply the advancement of capital. Capitalism is the free exchange of goods and services between private property owners.
I think even just trade it shouldn't be the core. I think
So,
mutual aid
I
should be,
support-
unless you just
I support free
say mutual
exchange of
agreement.
goods and services between private property owners. So, if you're saying you don't support that, are you saying that you believe in forced trade between private property owners?
No,
Okay, so then you're with me.
You're with us.
sure.
Okay.
I
We
still wouldn't
believe-
call myself a
So you're an
capitalist.
ANCAP.
Voluntary exchange.
So you believe in
I wanna call
voluntary
myself a
exchange
ANCAP.
between private property owners.
Sure. If that's the definition of an ANCAP, then I'm an ANCAP, right? But I mean,
Do you
That's
believe?
basically
Well,
what it-
think,
do you believe in the non-aggression principle?
yeah.
Well, then you're
What's
with
it
us,
called?
man.
I mean, I would much rather call myself a free market anarchist because I still.
Well,
I mean,
free
it's
market
purely
anarchist,
semantical.
anarcho-capitalist. Either
that's
way,
the same exact thing as an
yeah, you're still with
anarcho-capitalist.
us.
That's what it means to be an anarcho-capitalist.
Yeah, we believe in a
Yeah,
free market.
It's entirely semantical, I know, but I mean, I still believe the anarcho-capitalist puts too much emphasis on capital, and I think that's just it. Like, just to me personally, that's just what I feel.
I mean, I feel like we just put value on private property rights in voluntary exchange. That's like,
Yeah.
it's not just about like, capital, money, things you use to produce goods and you know, how capitalism functions economically. It's more so about respecting like private property rights.
Yeah, you can't really
Well, I mean,
have
I also-
capitalism
I-
without a respect of property rights, because then you're just having a bunch of people like robbing each other.
Yeah, I mean, I also believe in communal property, though.
I mean, if it's, we
And
just
I
don't
think I
like
think I
force.
said Liquid Zulu. Yeah, no, but I mean, I believe that, like, I believe in co-ops. Like, I think I would call myself a mutualist much more.
I'm not against.
much
We're not against co-ops.
Yeah, we're not.
I know, but it's not. I feel like it's not emphasized in ANCAP ideology.
I don't know. I just don't know
I'm
that
not
much.
sure- I'm
Personally,
not
I just
sure
don't know
of
that much about
any-
co-ops.
No, that's a co-op is basically when the and correct me if I'm wrong, but basically when the workers split basically the profits of a business and they kind of own it together, basically.
Yeah, I like when the workers own the means of production.
Which, I mean, there's nothing in ANCAP that would say that we would be against something like that.
No, I know. I don't believe you're against it. But like I said, I just feel like it's not emphasized. So that's why I just wouldn't call myself an ANCAP.
Okay,
It's easy. Like, it's pretty semantical.
that's
I
fine.
mean, other than that, I feel like yeah, I
At
don't
least you
think
know
I
where
have
I
any
stand.
complete disagreement.
If worker co-ops are more,
The long-term goal of free market anarchism is the abolishment of the market. We prefer to have a full
wait, what?
economy.
Why do we want to abolish the market? No
Because
problem with the market.
profit, like, kind of alienates our social interactions. Like, we shouldn't just do things for other people because we're getting money from them. We should have
Are you talking about a
They should.
psychic profit, or are you just talking about a financial profit? Because every
Psychic profit
interaction
is
that you do is
financial profit.
involves some sort of psychic profit.
I'm a fan of psychic profit. You know, great Rothbard concept, by the way. But I'm not a big fan of monetary profit. I understand that ANCAPs consider them to be analogous, but I think that the emphasis should be on psychic profit derived from the well-being of others in our community, and I think that's the valuable form of profit that we morally should pursue. Not to say you have the right to pursue other forms of profit, you do, but morally I think we're obligated only for psychic.
Well, psychic profits, you get a psychic profit from getting a financial profit, right?
That's why the distinction is that the psychic profit should be aimed at just helping others, shouldn't be based on money.
Okay.
I mean, I would argue engaging in transactions with people is helping them. But
Yeah. Because
that's what I would say,
yeah.
honestly. It's a mutually beneficial exchange. That's what a voluntary exchange is. That's why it's obvious, because the people are engaging in the exchange that is beneficial to both of them.
At the end of the day, like,
Why
what I'm
they
saying
did
is, like, when you go into any kind of relationship or exchange, your first thought should be like, how does this make my community better? How does this make this person happy?
Why would I?
Yeah, but if you engage in
Why?
an exchange, right? And you gain a profit, a financial profit, that's because the person who is giving you the money values the thing that you have more than the money that you're gaining. So you are, in a way, providing for the community when you gain a profit financially.
But I feel like it would just be more holistic and empathetic if we just didn't expect money for that. Like, I don't know.
But what's
Like,
going to
you're
incentivize,
obligated-
you know, like if you don't have no way of making profit, it's just going to be basically people doing things just because they want to do it, and it has nothing to do with like there's not going to be much to incentivize people to do things that they would generally not want to do.
We need to reorientate society so we just want to naturally help our communities.
So, for instance, like, how are you going to get somebody to want to take out the trash or
Well, the argument is
clean
that, like,
sewers?
you could have a community where everyone rotates their jobs and it'd be less efficient, but if you could get by and
Why would you want it to
have-
be less efficient?
But wait. How do you get somebody to want to be a poop diver and sewer cleaner?
That's a means to an end, right? Like, let's say you had a village of like 100 people and you had to clean the outhouses like 4 times.
Yeah,
a
but
year.
like, okay, so like most people, I would assume, would not want to go into the poop thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That most people want to be part of a community where everyone takes care of each other and there's no worry about exchange values. Maybe not.
I understand that, but like, what's going to incentivize them to clean the
They're part of
poop?
the community. If you can't contribute to the community and the expectations of the community, you don't get the benefits. So instead
Yeah, but
of
most people are not going to want to clean the
being an
poop.
exchange value, the reward is social inclusion and fulfillment.
But you can't make them leave unless you own the land, right?
You said you don't own the land.
Okay, so if you have somebody who lives on the land, and you have 100 people on the land and they don't want to, and you say, hey, you got to clean the poop, and he goes, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, they could be trespassed. They're still private property. It's just they'd have a.
So how do
Who
you get
owns
people?
the property he's on? Person is
Okay.
on who doesn't want to do it.
So you would basically kick them off of your land if they don't clean the poop.
How this would work is, at least in my theory, like I believe in private property. Not to say that it needs to be like everyone should functionally have private property, but it should technically exist. So like everyone could contract together, be like, we're going to provide all of our land, we're just going to govern it under contract as one area. And this is all going to be transferred to a holding entity, and we're all going to vote on all the decisions. And this one guy, he's just not following the expectations, he's not crippled, there's nothing wrong with him. They could just trespass him.
But wouldn't
That
it be
would
better to have some sort of medium of exchange so that we could sort of easily determine how we
Maybe.
can get people's
It might be more
wants?
efficient, but I feel like I don't think that's innate to humans. I don't think we need that, to be honest.
But what's necessarily wrong with using
Just a tool.
There's
Yeah, like
nothing
what's wrong with
ethically
using a
wrong
medium
with
of
it.
exchange?
There's nothing ethically wrong with it. You're permitted in doing so. I just feel like
I know, but you're
morally,
kind of
we're-
making it seem like there's something wrong with it.
there's something wrong with it morally. I would say
What's wrong with
ethically
it morally?
permitted. Like when I say ethically, I'm agreeing with Hoffman Kinsella that ethics is a positive legal doctrine of permitted and unpermitted actions. Morals is what we ought to do.
Well,
It's just
I know that you believe it morally wrong. I'm wondering why that is.
it's morally wrong because we ought to act with compassion. Why would if your primary objective in life is just your own self-interest and benefit, not in the context of a broader community, that's antisocial, it's unnatural, alienating from human nature.
But every human is like that.
Not necessarily.
I mean, why do you benefit their society? Because it benefits you in some way.
Right, that's what I'm saying. If your self-interest is devoided from the general social well-being, it's an issue. Like, if you prioritize your self-interest separate to the social entity, that's a problem. That's how most people think.
You have to prioritize your own self-interest
Yeah.
Not
to do
necessarily.
anything.
I'll give
Be
you a great
honest.
example.
You don't have to aggress
Somalians-
against others, but you have to
Somalians are
prioritize your
human actors
self-interest.
like anyone else. They use their means to achieve their ends, and it's ultimately quote-unquote self-interest. But, unlike Americans, if you're in a Somali town, they'll just pick you up if you're on the side of the road, and, like, they'll pull over, and, like, you want to ride somewhere, and even if they're not going that direction, they'll give you a ride, because they perceive there to be more value in serving their community than just what they narrowly define as their individual pragmatic self-interest. So I would just ask for
I mean, it's virtuous,
expansion
but I don't think it.
of our scope of empathy.
I think it's moral, but I would say, you're not really. I don't think somebody's obligated to.
Exactly, it's not an ethical thing. It's not like you must do this or force will be applied to you. No, it's just like morally you ought to do this. You should do this.
Okay.
And I think that humanity is naturally positioned to do this, and you don't need exchange value, and it'll become evident without force. That's the case.
I don't know. I don't
so
really
much.
necessarily have a problem with exchange value because exchange value allows people to fulfill their own ends without aggression.
I totally agree. It's okay, but it's a transitionary. Like actually having full exchange rights, like having actual private property and voluntary exchange, is just a transitionary means to getting post property. At least effectively, where most things are just shared and done communally.
Got you.
I
Even
think
Marx
either is fine.
agreed with this. He said that the precursor to communism is true greed. It's like pure greed, like just taking.
So
of
you're
everything.
communist now? Disgusting.
I mean, I would say I have a lot of influences that are more dialectic. Not think it's a religion or anything, but I agree. Like, we need ANCAP. We need to have full privatization of everything before we can have any other true human freedom. This is a transitionary stage because people do think individually. People do think in terms of exchange value, and ANCAP actually does have, kind of like in the Old Testament, a very objective set of laws, an eye for an eye, right? But the
So
task is once we achieve
so
ANCAP,
like how socialism is like the transitionary period to communism. You're saying that ANCAP is the transitionary period to communism.
but not communism in the Marxist sense, like communism in like a anarcho-communist libertarian sense.
Got you. Interesting.
Just like
What do you think about agorism?
I mean,
it's like praxis is okay. I don't have an issue with it.
Got you. Y'all seen new Liquid Zulu's video today, or
No, what did you post?
he posted like an hour-long video about Dave Smith. It was pretty good.
Or
he's
isn't it like 3
anti-nationalist,
hours
right?
long?
Huh? Yeah, I think so. It's quite long, but he
I
goes
I
pretty
know
deep.
he released a trailer a long time ago. I was kind of excited.
Yeah.
That's right. We have a libertarian POTUS.
President of the
Forget
United
who-
States.
Yep.
I forgot who
God.
stupid Dave Smith is. Yeah, it's an anatomy of the state reference in the title. It's pretty funny. I'm guessing that's what it is, right? Like it's like you can see Dave Smith's like bone structure, his muscles.
I think you're right.
I love it.
I'm playing
You
Grand
guys,
Theft Auto. So we're
y'all,
all Ancaps, it seems.
yeah, but you guys gotta read some more Ancom theory because Ancap doesn't get you very far.
I have
You
no I
know.
mean I'm gonna read. Of course, I'm gonna always do my best to read as much theory as I can.
I think Ancap theory is good, but it's like once you read Rothbard and Hoppe, this,
That is
quite a
ANCAP
bit.
theory, ain't it?
Yeah, I mean, like people like point to Kinsella or like Nietzsche Institute publishes a lot of shit, but like really, there's not that much to read, you know.
Mm-hmm. I feel like there's like a sense of like in like a superiority complex with you guys, like where you guys are like, oh no, I'm not ANCAPs. We're something better than ANCAPs, even though I agree with you on like everything.
I mean, I'll say we're fellow travelers, but
Okay.
I don't dislike Ancap.
No,
I
I'm
think
the
Ancap
true
is better.
anarchist. I'm not a real. I'm not an ANCAP like those fucking with their backwards ideas. Even though I agree with you on almost everything.
I don't have an issue with you in particular because you're not really like a Hoppian, like you're actually socially progressive, but
I'm very socially progressive.
yeah, but a lot of Ancaps are. That's
I say
mostly
let
why.
people live.
I just think like the only issue I have with you, Sithis, is that in the past you've been really strict on individual ownership of property, which I think is kind of dumb. But outside of that, I think we agree on most things. So
I mean, I don't really want to get into that again.
are you still a believer in that idea though?
Of course.
So my argument is like I actually see your reasoning. Like I kind of agree with you ethically. But like, I think that you could have a communal property ownership that's kind of just like a lie, like an internal lie for everybody involved, but then wouldn't give anyone external to it the right to interfere, right?
I mean,
I mean, if they can
you could
agree
play
what to do with the
pretend.
property,
You could
That's
play
what I'm
pretend and
saying.
be like,
Like,
"Hey
it's like
guys, we
pretend.
all own this land, even though I'm the owner." And then, but I let you do pretty much whatever you want. Yada yada yada. I mean, yeah, you could do that, but like it isn't
I
about
mean,
like
hold on.
playing pretend, right? It's about fundamentally like when you talk about ethics, it's like, okay, well, if we get into a dispute, who has the right? And then when it comes down to that, it's just like, oh, well, only one person can have the right. And then that's just like, okay, well, then only one person could be the owner. Okay, well then, all right. I mean, you could like have a bunch of people on your land and be like, oh, you could do whatever you want and live as if you owned it, whatever, whatever. But fundamentally, when it comes down to the brass taxes, only one person can have the right to exclude.
Like, I don't even know if I disagree. I just think in praxis, like you could have like effective, not like technically legitimate property relations, but you could effectively have communal property. It just wouldn't actually be a very effective method. And it
Effectively
would,
pretend, one way or another. Yeah, like I said, it's
yeah.
you can have a bunch of people on your land and be like, oh, you can act as if like this is your property, right? Or do whatever you want on
But
your property, right? But fundamentally, like, there's always that
I will say
underlying
though,
ethic.
I'm impressed though, because Fly brought up communes and you did not bring this up earlier, so maybe we don't disagree anymore. Because like I'm in your boat. I just like kind of pretend like you can have communal property, but I do agree with you. Like
I'm
it's
not
not
against
everyone.
communes. I mean,
But
if people
commune
want to have
is
a commune, I don't give a shit.
that's kind of like pretending to have communal property though.
Bro, oh my god, you guys make me want to kill myself.
But God, if you still disagree with communal like ownership. But I
I
just
mean,
don't
like, in
see
the
like
I
what
don't
King
think
what
you guys
Citizens
are
was
you
just
guys not
saying.
understanding what I'm saying or something.
Yeah, like what Citizens was just saying that like oh this guy he just buys the property, but he's actually the one paying all the taxes, and they can all just pretend.
yeah, so like
But I
he's
just
the
don't
real
see why
owner, but
not.
they can play pretend is what he's saying. Like they can play pretend at the
Yeah, but
time.
I just don't see why not. They can't
I'm
pay
not
an
I,
extra
saying they
I
amount of
can't
agree with
do it.
taxes.
you.
I'm not saying they can't do it. they can play
No,
pretend all they
I know
want.
what you're saying. It's just not ethical. That's all you're saying. I know what
I
you're
Yeah.
feel like
No, that's not what I'm saying. My God, you're making me want to kill myself.
Wait, what are you saying? Maybe I
No, you're not
misunderstood. I
listening
thought
to me. All I'm saying is that in a dispute, only one person can have the right to exclude somebody from a scarce resource, correct?
Right.
Okay. What is the right to exclude a person from a scarce resource? What do we call that?
Ownership.
Okay. Only one person can have the right to exclude another person from a scarce resource, right?
So then communal ownership would be roleplay.
Yes, thank you.
That's what I've been saying the whole time.
Okay, you guys are twisting my words.
I think we get the point. I mean, maybe I misunderstood something, but
It's just role play, bro. You're role playing. It's like Dom. It's like when you have a guy that's girls that tells him like to do to smack me and do all this shit and make me like act like I'm actually hating it when I actually like it.
reply. The answer is I don't really normally believe in property ethics at all. I just think like it's an objective system and it exists, and I can have my own opinions on like how we ought to organize society, but like ethically
That's
speaking, yeah,
fine
it's roleplay.
as long as you
It's
believe in the
roleplay.
NAP as the law. I don't care.
Yeah, I know. Just like Fly's like, oh, because I am pretty pro commune. I'm pro communal property, quote unquote. But like ultimately, it is role play. It's okay.
Gotcha. So we're in agreement.
that's
No
fine.
problem.
People want to do that. I don't care.
I don't see what the issue is. So now we're in agreement now. So I'm not a fucking I'm with you guys now. Is that what it is now?
I'm not in agreement.
What?
I guess why is it not role play? Like Sithis is technically right.
Yeah.
Just like why does it matter if it's role play? Because no one else has the right to interfere. It's just like all we're doing is we're saying that like ethically speaking, there can only be one owner.
Yeah. That's all I'm
I'm
saying.
saying these ethics are dumb, bro. I can't even lie.
Oh my god.
How's it
Yeah.
done?
It doesn't make okay.
But it doesn't matter
I
because
just-
no one can come into the communal property relations, but you know what, this is illegitimate and steal it. Like it's still effectively private property. They can still run it as private property. It's just not actually
Mhm.
private property.
I mean, you do this with your family. Like if you have children, you don't tell your kid, actually no, this is my house. No, you say this is our house. Right?
But what it is like, okay, so we're conceding.
No,
You
so
disagree
what
with
we're
that?
doing is we're meeting in the
You
middle,
disagree
right?
that you tell your kid that you tell this is my house. It's not your house. No, it's
I
our
disagree
house.
We're
with
conceding
We're
to
like,
we're
I
conceding
disagree
to
that
the
it's
left side
analogous.
that we don't actually like capitalism normatively, and then we're kind of conceding to
No,
the
what I'm
Ancaps.
saying is, oh
Hey,
my
we're
god,
actually like
oh
this
my
role play.
god, oh my god, oh my god.
I disagree that that example is analogous.
It is analogous. You guys are just smoking that shit, man. I don't know what to say.
No, I think even God gives disagrees on it.
I agree with Sithis. It's roleplay.
Exactly. See? So I'm the one smoking over here.
I went the wrong way, and now my teammates are doing all the work for me.
Bro, all
Doug,
I'm
see,
saying is
wait.
like you have to make concessions to both sides, and on something as simple as calling communal ownership roleplay, like does that functionally change anything? No,
No.
but it's true. It's just like why argue it?
No.
It's true because like the actual ethical derivation of private property rights really only truly makes sense for like personal, because the whole point is that private property is needed to settle disputes.
Yeah.
The system of settling disputes is up to arbitrary collective ownership agreements. It's not actually an ethical framework.
Thank you.
Legally.
Thank you. See, I'm not so crazy after all.
But like when we say that you have a right to exclude from private property, we're deriving that from the NAP. We're deriving that from property rights, and you can we can role play like it's communal property, but ultimately this entire framework, you have to accept that ethically and like technically there is one sole owner, but the owner can, just pretend he's not the owner, and it's fine. So people have to respect it.
There you go.
Well,
I think he's just saying.
My-
I
my
think
heart-
he's like, "Fuck, bro. Sithis is right. I just don't want him to be right. So I gotta find a way to make
No.
him wrong."
absolutely not.
Yeah, that's what I. That's what I
Another one
feel
of my
like.
friends said that exact same thing too. I think I don't agree with him either.
No, he's like, no. I don't think Sithis. I just want Sithis to be wrong. I want to find a way to make him
Our
wrong.
ideal world at all? Like, what's the difference?
And nothing. No, well, I mean, of course, in the actual like practice, like this will affect nothing. But, I mean, I
That's
thought we were
funny,
just
like,
discussing
why even
theory,
argue?
right?
It just means nothing.
Good day, debaters.
What's up, Ghazi Show? Talking
A
to my
better
chat.
question is like, so me and Fly both believe that some external property is culturally dependent.
Oh wait, you guys were the ones that were the other day that were yelling at me about my praxis, right? And oh my God, Sithis, your praxis is just all wrong.
Hey, I was staying silent.
A couple months ago, we talked about you talked with you. Yeah,
Yeah, breaking my balls.
I like to break your balls. You're my favorite Ancap YouTuber.
Thank you. It's
I do
okay.
watch your, when you actually debate people, I do watch it. So.
I appreciate that. You should have watched last night's
Yeah,
debate.
yeah.
It was pretty funny. Me and Cameron were like donking on this guy last night.
God, that guy was. Bro, I can't even think about that. Bro. That guy was fucking retarded.
I was laughing. You know
Normally
what, bro?
I hate
People like
Ancaps.
that make me laugh, bro, because they're just so stupid. Their arguments are so bad. It's just
Oh my god, that guy was an idiot.
yeah. And then it was kind of
Oh,
funny. Like
bro,
every
he
time I
literally
would bring an
contradicted it.
argument,
He literally lied. He literally lied. He was
I thought it was
he
funny. Every time we
lying
would
about
make an
what he said.
argument, he would be like, "That's a bad argument. That's just such a bad argument."
Why did you upload an AI rating of an Agorist primer by Samuel Edward Conkin?
Oh, because there wasn't one. There isn't an AI. There isn't a audiobook of it. So I wanted to make one.
You should put it on Spotify, bro. Like, genuinely.
I don't have one, but I have a
Make one.
YouTube.
You could- Spotify creators free, bro. You can upload it on there. Probably get some views, and they put ads on it. Because I'm always trying to find ANCAP books on there, and if Mises Institute doesn't publish it, it's not on there. So
Oh, I think I'm going the wrong way. I mean, I'll look into it. But the AI is. I think it did a pretty good job. I got a British guy with a British accent to do it, and I thought it was pretty cool.
you got to become a multimedia empire.
Hey, I have a Tic Tac too, and I'm live streaming.
Tic Tac.
Wait, Gaudius.
Oh, what's up, bro?
Dude, so when we were talking about that one Liquid Zulu video, and I was like saying what I was thinking about like the communal property, you thought I was tripping the whole time?
I still think it's stupid to, like, I agree with you. I just, like, technically it is, like, the actual correct answer ethically. I just think it's a stupid position to...
It's just a semantical ass argument that I feel like we spend way too much our time arguing about.
That's always been my advocacy. Like, I don't genuinely... Like, I see the perspective, but it's, like, ineffective. It means nothing. Like, it's... Like, what I'm saying is, like, I think Zulu goes further than, like, just saying, like, technically this is true. And he's saying, like, any other ownership arrangement is, like, actually a crime. So I disagree with
But yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That's not. It wouldn't be a crime necessarily to have some sort of group control of property. I think that's
No.
possible, and I don't think there's anything. I don't agree with that. It doesn't make any sense. You could have that without people behaving criminally.
The actual issue is that there is actually Ancaps who go around and they say, like, oh, if it's communal property, it's not property at all, and I could, like, trespass against it. That's the actual issue. The issue's not people that just say, like, oh, like, there must be one owner for it to be, if it's private property, but it's okay if people roleplay it, quote unquote. The issue is, like, people are like, oh, if people are role-playing, it's unclaimed. That's
I mean, that's
actual-
basically like they homesteaded it though, and then they're engaged in like voluntary group control over some like land or something.
Yeah.
So that's legitimate.
It's
I
like
would
when you
say.
and your brother, like, I don't know if you guys have a brother, right? But me and my bro, we had one PlayStation, and we would, it was our PlayStation, right? So we would have to sort of take turns on it. But really, it was my mother's PlayStation because she bought it.
Oh yeah.
Does
But
that
you
make
guys were
sense?
just like sharing. She was
But we
letting
were
you use it and you were sharing it.
Exactly.
That's completely possible, obviously. That's
Yeah.
basically what it would look like to have a commune, right? Or like,
Yeah.
well,
Essentially.
yeah.
Bro, why did you audit a Whole Foods, Cameron? Come on.
I was, don't question me.
You gotta
Oh, what?
audit like audit a post office. That's how you get people really triggered.
I should do that.
Wait, you did
I just
a
haven't done
First
that.
Amendment audit? That's what you were doing?
I was doing a First Amendment audit, but now I don't really like think the Constitution has any authority. So I don't really like care about the First Amendment specifically. I think you have the right to do it regardless. So I was just
Yeah.
doing it.
I could use some hardware like
Oh my
I love
God,
it. I kind of do like watching those videos sometimes when people get all upset. And
They're
like,
good video. They're
they're
good
kind of
videos.
funny to see people get upset, but it's just like
People are
Eh.
retarded.
people. Yeah, it's just like you can't just attack somebody because they're recording you. Like, get out of here. You're crazy. Even yeah.
So many people also think it's like illegal in the U.S. to do this, but like it never is. Usually, if you're on public public government property, like a sidewalk, you can do that without getting arrested.
What is the
Fortunately.
comment? Did someone put just an FYI? The first 5 words of the First Amendment are "Congress shall make no law." Now, what do those words mean? Well, they mean they are the only ones subject to the First Amendment. You're not subject to the First Amendment. I'm not subject. So what did you accomplish? Nothing. You're not even upholding the First Amendment.
Bro, I never even noticed this. What is this? Like probably
There's some
7-year-old
schizo
doing?
dude that like thinks that we don't have a bill of rights. I guess.
This guy talking about, bro? Oh my god.
He really hates. He really hates.
Yo,
auditors.
yesterday there was a guy that was like, "Oh, if you lie to your mother," like I brought up an example. Like I was like, because he was like, "Oh, it should be illegal to lie." Well, I was like, "Okay, so like if you lie to your mother and say, hey, you have a nice dress,' and when you were really lying, you were really being honest, should you like owe her restitution?" And he's like, "Yeah,
Is he an ANCAP?
no,
No, he's a retard. He's a
he's just some
statist.
idiot."
But
He's a
thinks that you
Trump.
owe
He likes
restitution
Trump.
for crimes? Huh. The
He
state
thinks
usually
tariffs are
says that
good,
when
and he
someone
likes to stay.
the state usually says when someone commits a crime against you, they will forcefully prosecute them on your behalf, and then you'll pay for them to go to prison through taxes. So it's surprising you lose the restitution at all.
Government, am I right?
Government.
Alright, so I do not know. Who's watching the video? I hear it.
I was trying to read.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
trying to read A Conquest of Bread, and I just couldn't understand it, so I stopped.
Wait, what is that?
It's an Ancom book.
Reacted to the camera's like low-key chill though.
Why
It's
do you have so
big.
many haters on your YouTube channel, Cameron? I don't get it.
I don't, bro. I think it's like old people,
Probably
and I
people from
think they
Discord.
get.
I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie.
bro, I get a lot of haters on my
No, this
YouTube
is-
channel too. So
I don't even. I wasn't even on this Discord. Like, I don't think when I made that video. It's just like
I don't like the government
Crazy
very
people.
much. Oh, you like the government at all, Cameron?
I don't like the government.
See, me personally, I like government. It just has to be voluntary, you know?
I don't like government as people usually speak of government, like coercive institutions.
I'm against the
Put that
state.
out on Twitter.
What?
I hate the
Just
state.
gotta be active on Twitter, bro.
I'm not very active on Twitter at all.
You need to be.
Which is kind of boring. I don't want to.
Yeah,
Not much
I
for
mean,
me. I'm not really. There's not much that interests me on there.
David Smith, bro.
I hate that guy.
You hate Kanye?
I don't really listen to Kanye. Kanye West.
Shut up.
Yo, KingSithis, bro. Hop on Fortnite, bro.
I'm playing Grand Theft Auto.
Oh shit.
Play Roblox, Sithis?
No. You guys play these whack ass fucking like kids games. I like to play that adult game, you know what I mean, with the strippers in it.
A GTA where you shoot the people.
Because
in
you're
the
an
space.
old.
Or I like playing games where you violate the NAP, so I don't have to do it in real life.
Because you're an old.
Otherwise, you would kind of have to like.
Yeah, I'd have to like. I support the purge. I think every once a year we have to let our age out, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
To both all crime, bro. Then people
I'm
wouldn't do
about to roll
crime
with
ever
right now.
again.
Yeah, bro. People are like in the middle of fucking like stabbing somebody. Like right when that alarm goes off, they're just gonna stop stabbing them and just go right back to like normal, like as if nothing happened. Oh, they left.
That's true. They were interesting. They were like feminist anarchists. That's weird. I don't really get it. But,
Very interesting, guys.
I just don't get it. I don't think it matters whether women are in.
I don't think
if
that guy was serious on
If their
that shit, bro.
leadership in a voluntary society, if they have leadership roles, if that's what he means by like what it means to have a matriarch, is he talking about like he's literally saying that if you have aggression, that is like
You're a man if you
patriarchy
commit aggression. If
necessarily.
you're a woman, we need to all become women.
What it means to
basically.
be a man is to be aggressive, according to him. I don't
Yeah.
think that makes sense. Just because it's like biologically men are predisposed to, males are predisposed to do that. Like if he was separating between, and you don't even have to agree, but like if he's separating between gender and sex, then like gender isn't merely like, gender norms can change. Like what it means to be aggressive could be seen as a feminine thing. That is possible. So I don't think it makes any sense to say a matriarchal hierarchy would necessarily, like, if women are in, like, if women are in certain positions of power, I think they are just as likely to like coerce people and abuse people as like men are. Like I think that's just an individual thing, how certain people behave who do that. Yeah.
People when you put people in a position where they're not held responsible for their actions and they're allowed to do whatever they want, they're kind of incentivized to do the worst thing that they would do.
That's what people in the government do. That is what cronies do. That is what people who use the government to their advantage at the detriment of others. That is what they do. I think that's
Hell
what,
yes.
That's what the state enables. There's no like accountability with the government. Not to do the same way as it is with like the market. Because like the whole thing with government isn't to be efficient. It's to just take and provide subpar services and to monopolize coercively.
Oh, what the f... Guy ran me over.
Yo, my boy.
Yeah, what's going on, Kanzan? Just hanging out with the boys. With my brody over here. Calm.
Yeah, I don't know. We need more people.
Yeah, very true.
I mean, those people like basically agree with us, but they just have different. Like for some reason, they seem to highly prioritize virtue in matriarchy.
No, they have this very like oh, I'm the real anarchist kind of vibe. You know what I'm saying?
They're like anti. They're not like, they don't think ethically there's anything wrong with private property necessarily, but they like view it as less preferable for some reason than like quote unquote communal ownership or like back those kind of systems. But it's like I don't see a difference to be honest. I think both are fine. Like, both don't need necessarily false aggression. Neither of them do anything. So I don't think one is necessarily better ethically speaking than the other, or morally speaking.
Sorry, I'm kind of quiet because I'm playing Grand Theft Auto, but I hear you, bro.
Do you agree with that?
With anarcho-capitalism, yeah, 100%.
Or like, you don't see.
Did you just
I
take a
think
shit or something?
No, I was pissing. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's all right.
So
Yeah, I gotta go when you gotta go.
So I said that, like, ethically speaking, the difference between like a capitalist sort of system where like people all privately own things and you don't have any communal ownership, that's not worse in any way than communal ownership. Like if a bunch of people like claim to like own some property and they like exclude others from it as a group in like a commune or something like that. Like,
As long as they're not
that's
aggressing.
fine, as long as it's voluntary. As long as
Yeah.
it's voluntary, there's no problem.
Yes.
I don't. Yeah. Okay. 'Cause that's what it means to be an anarcho-capitalist. At least. That's what,
It's all about that voluntary
Quickly.
transaction, you know what I mean?
yeah. Which they don't. They don't seem to believe that. Well, they believe in those guys believed in voluntary exchanges, but like they don't prioritize it to the point where as long as it's voluntary, then it's like, equal in ethical terms. At least that's what I think. They don't seem to think that that's the case, I guess.
Transporting. I don't even know what I'm transporting at this point. I'm doing the setups for the bank heist.
You're probably transporting guns or something.
Doing a setup for the heist, the bank robbery heist in Grand Theft Auto Online. Do you
Bro,
play
are
PC
you
or?
aggressing?
Yes.
You aggressing, bro? Oh my god,
Yes.
bro. You just...
Ancaps
You're not
let
a
you
real
have a
Ancap.
commune. Sadly,
Oh, you-
Ancoms won't let you have a business.
Bro,
That
what if
is very
those
true.
NPCs are sentient, bro? No.
I sure would hope not. I don't.
Bro, sometimes I think about that and there's no... Like... Cause like AI is like... I don't know, bro. Is your brain just code, though? I don't know how that works.
I don't know.
I don't think AI is conscious like a human is.
I think it just mimics what people think, or it just gets close to how a brain works, but it's not the same.
Yeah, like I don't think there's anything that it would be like to be an AI. Like you just don't.
We need to use
There's no-
nuclear energy to power data centers, and then we'll be good to go.
Oh, that is base. Bro, that is based. Bro,
And Bitcoin mining.
that's what I meant. That's true.
Oh yeah, Grand Theft Auto,
Chat's
bitches.
getting smarter every day. Soon we won't be able to play violent video games without breaking the nap anymore.
Imagine if we couldn't play violent video games without breaking the nap. No, because like everything's like so
That would not be
advanced.
fun. I mean, that's like what people had to do back in the day, though, before they could play a game.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess
We're back
they-
to real life now.
They would just read a book or something
Yeah.
more of the time. Well,
Just go back to
I
dumb
mean,
video games.
Yeah.
I'd prob have to become violent IRL.
Have a purge once a year just to get it out.
Bro, I don't...
Because people are just gonna
Society would have a
magically
purge,
just
bro.
every single person is just gonna magically just stop committing crimes like at 12 o'clock, right as the dot ends.
Yeah, like as... Oh my god.
I thought it was
Just
kind of
so
funny
weird.
at the second movie where
Be a
like
man, hold it in and explode XD.
I think it's kind of funny like at the one movie where it's like the guy's about to shoot the other guy, but then they hear the and then he puts down his gun, and I'm just like,
Did that really happen?
Yeah, and I'm
I've
thinking
never even
like,
seen
bro,
those movies.
nobody's gonna see you shoot him. Just fucking shoot
Who
him.
the fuck? If you're gonna go murder, if you're gonna go murder someone, you're gonna do it anyway, bro. They're not.
Yeah,
They're not gonna find out
give
because of
a
all the
fuck
carnage.
about no
Then.
fucking.
Bro, that kind of society, they're not gonna find out.
Like,
If
as if
there's
that,
that much
yeah.
going on, how are they gonna determine that? This incompetent police force, probably, with all this crime. I mean, you're just gonna have like people feeling or like it's okay. I guess I don't know. They're just not gonna care on one day and then keep doing it regardless.
This guy looks like the Diesel.
What? Oh, bro. Yeah.
Gonna change my session so that I can teleport to my building. And
What do you think of Dave Smith?
that guy's a dirtbag. Fucked Dave Smith. He's not a real libertarian. If you
Why,
want to
'cause of
know,
the borders
you want to know
thing?
why. You want to know why? Go watch Liquid Zulu's newest video. And
I guess I gotta watch it. I
yeah,
know
you
a
gotta
little
watch
bit.
the.
I know that he likes borders or something.
Hey yo, bro. Liquid Zulu went in on fucking Dave Smith for like 3 hours, bro.
I need to watch that.
Yo, bro, he was non-stop on
watch it
Dave
yet.
Smith, bro. For like,
Does he deserve it?
yeah, he deserves it. That guy's a piece of shit. Once you watch the video, like, you realize, like, this guy's
What
not a
else
real
has Dave Smith
libertarian.
done what has Dave Smith said besides the border?
Well, first off, he said that we need to put like the whole military on the border. And
Oh
then
my
he was
God.
with then he was
Fucking war
debating Andrew Wilson. And Andrew
I ain't a
Wilson
big
asked
Zulu
him,
fan though.
I like Zulu. I don't care what anyone says. But I'm talking to my
He's
chat,
good.
sorry. But what I was going to say was,
he's really good in debates. From all his debate videos are like really good. Like, he's
I
really
love
good
Zulu.
at that.
and I met him in real life. So what I was going to say
That's
was,
great.
yeah. What I was going to say was, yeah. So Dave Smith basically he had a debate with what's his name, Andrew Wilson, and Andrew Wilson asked him if he supports the NAP, would he make it illegal for two people to do incest, and he said yes.
Bro, that is, oh my God,
And then he said that God
bro,
supports
people
the
are
NAP.
so like,
And then he said that he refuses to debate Zulu because and that he thinks that he would destroy Zulu in a debate, but clearly he doesn't know
Right.
shit.
why doesn't he do it then?
Yeah, I don't know. Zulu would
Stupid.
destroy him.
Mhm. Like, obviously, incest doesn't break the NAP inherently. That's just like it's like this like feeling of disgust that causes you to think, oh, make it illegal. That's like completely
WTF,
ethically wrong.
L take.
Like, you
Incest
don't
is
like if
A-okay.
you doing drugs makes me like disgusted, or if I see you doing like heroin and I'm like, oh, I don't want you to do that. That's horrible. Like, I don't get to just throw you in jail for that or like punish you for that though. It's your body. Same with incest. Honestly, it's not unless it's rape. Then fine.
So what is your love life like?
So what is your love life like? Anyways. Islam GTA. Everybody leave?
Islam.
No, the guy's username in the game. That's Oh, I thought you left. I was like, no.
Where is everybody, bro?
I know. They can't handle the smoke.
Server's dead,
I hate the politics server because people be saying crazy shit in there.
bro. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like it's worse in that server than this one, I guess.
I gotta go. See ya, Sithis.
Good to see you, bro. You should try GTA Online.
I don't wanna I don't think I have that.
Yeah, you should get the expanded enhanced edition. It's pretty good.
I'm not buying that.
Just pirate it. What's up?
What's up?
Well,
What? So what do you think about taxes?
They should be reasonable. They should be used for good causes.
do you think taxation is theft?
Oh, and so when the debate starts.
That's the point. Or we're trying to. That's what we usually ask people.
You're gonna hate on me. Taxation is rent.
No.
No, it's not because the state doesn't. Because the government doesn't own the land. It
Yeah,
operates.
bro.
How did it acquire?
I mean, how are you gonna pay the firefighters if we don't tax?
Bro,
Privatization.
why do you need to take from people by force in order to get good things? You don't. It can be voluntarily funded, such firefighting services and every other
Yeah, bro.
service. Every
Also,
other-
there are private firefighters.
Really?
I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I guess so, man. I mean, I just think the state. I don't like. I'm not a big fan of like the federal government, but I do think local and state governments have a role in like helping out their citizens. You know, to provide services for the people, like education and firefighters and stuff like that. Please.
I just don't think you should take from people in order to provide things. So that's why I'm against taxation.
I guess
Yeah,
that's
bro.
just a different philosophy, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
think it's wrong to steal.
Why don't you view taxation as like not? Do you accept that taxation is non-consensual? Like you don't choose to pay taxes. You are made to under the threat of being by the
It
government.
wouldn't matter if I agree to that. Not that's the reality. Like,
Well, you
I
don't.
agree with that.
You
Tax
agree?
is
You
not
agree?
consensual. It's not consensual. Nobody wants to pay that.
It is non-consensual. So do you not oppose that? Just like in principle, like ethically?
I mean, it's like, as a citizen though, like you kind of sign a social contract just by being a citizen.
Oh, the social
Like,
contract.
I mean, you didn't choose to be born in like say the United States if you're a natural born citizen, a natural born citizen, yeah.
But
Like I
if you
didn't
want,
choose to
move
be a
out.
citizen.
Like,
I don't want to. I don't. Why should?
you
Hold on.
tax-
Why should I have to move? Why should I have to move? Does
That's
the government
okay.
own the land? Does it have a claim on the land, like a legitimate one?
Who do you say conquered the natives? It wasn't a private.
That's not.
citizen moving up
Hold
there.
on. If I steal your house, does that mean I now get to control who comes to your house? I own your house now. Is might make
Nations
right.
fighting nations is different from individuals.
What's the difference?
It's just a different.
Isn't a
man.
state made up of individuals? Do you agree with that? Like it's
the
run by
difference between,
individuals?
Like, you know, like human cell, like a blood cell. You know what that is?
Well, no, it's people,
It's
not
like the
just people
difference between
controlling
a blood
states,
cell
right?
and a body. That's the difference.
What?
I don't know. Bad
do you-
analogy. I'm not good at analogy. My bad.
So basically,
don't-
the state is made up of individuals. It's the you can't just look. You can't
it's
just speak of the
it's
state.
just many people committing aggressions constantly as operate state. So like,
I mean, I
how is
guess-
that okay?
I don't want infinite state intervention. Like infinite state intervention. So like there should be limits. You know. I
Why
agree
should
with
there
that.
be any? If they like, do they have the right to
Every
control the
limit that
land?
you put on the state, they will destroy it.
Okay, let's say someone holds a bank hostage. Do you think the police have a right to intervene in that situation?
A what?
If someone holds a bank hostage, do the police have the right to intervene?
I mean, if they're
Um,
aggressing, if someone's aggressing,
You
yeah.
can stop an aggression to defend
Yeah.
someone, regardless of like.
But
whether
you can also
that's-
privatize the police, right?
Nah, fuck that.
That
We
would
can't
definitely
privatize.
You don't have the government doesn't have the right to tax in order to provide.
Also, I'm
police,
here, by the way.
But like, the
Oh, hey,
officers
JR.
can stop aggressions. So.
Sub JR.
What's up? I don't think I've seen you before.
Yeah, you haven't seen me.
Right. Wait. Have I? I forget.
No, you haven't.
All right. I did the last setup. Now I got the heist.
Okay. I agree. Like, for example, like we should have invaded Iraq. Like, I don't see everything the government has done is good. Like, your government has done plenty of bad things. I agree with that. I also
They do
don't
a
agree
lot
with
of bad.
Yeah.
I also
Why
don't
would
agree
you
with how
commit an
Winter
aggression on a business establishment in Los Santos?
Wait, can you say that again, JR?
It's a video game, so it's okay.
Oh no,
I see.
Wait, JR, what? What happened?
not a real aggression.
I'm not. It's I was
I'm good at video
I
games.
was doing silly. All right.
Okay.
If it's in a video game, that makes it okay. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Only okay to bomb
NPCs
people if it's in a
NPCs don't
game.
have rights.
I don't agree with how like Rick or Ruby Rich were handled.
I don't care how life like they look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you think would be a potential
Go Elysium,
compromise
NPCs
you
have
make
rights.
with an anarcho-capitalist? What's the potential compromise you would make?
None.
What do you mean?
There is no compromise.
Damn, that's crazy.
You're either with
You don't
us
know
what do you
how to
mean?
deal?
or against us.
We don't like initiation
Oh
of
my
force,
God, come
initiation
on,
of
man.
conflict. So we don't.
You
What
want
do
to
you
talk
mean
to
by
me now?
compromise?
You want to talk?
You're against us.
You're against us.
Nah. I mean, like we work with people who want to lower the state. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's okay to want to reduce the state's power. We're just against all state power.
Yeah.
It's like what makes this more extreme.
So like, if you support
Compared to most
reducing the
people.
state, we're not. That's we're with
I'm
you on
curious.
that.
What do you guys think about immigration?
Open
Hmm?
borders.
Open borders? You're
Yes.
joking.
No, abolish the border, not just open borders. Abolish it.
Abolish the
Oh,
border.
hell no. Deport them. Deport them.
No,
What?
you don't have the right to deport
Yeah.
anyone from a country.
It's not the state. The state
Unless
is
you-
not the
unless
owner of
you-
the land.
Unless they're
Oh.
trespassing on actual
Okay,
private
okay.
property, you can only remove them from
Who
the property.
established the nation? The government or the individuals?
Individuals.
People
Nah,
in the government.
Who conquered the land?
Individuals. In the government.
So, under the government, though.
Yeah.
It was the US
So the
federal
government is just
that
made up of
conquered the land
individuals.
for natives.
You can't. The government doesn't just exist as its own entity. Like the government is not a being; it's made up of beings, which we know as humans.
Yeah. It's a group of
You
people.
really want
People who
vast
control,
immigration, bro?
You
You really want 20 million illegals in our country?
Yes.
I don't think they're
They're-
illegal.
well, I don't think they're
I don't think
illegal,
they're on
yeah.
this land illegally. I don't
Yeah.
agree.
They're not violating anyone's rights.
Yeah, they're not trespassing. This isn't. The government doesn't. People in the government don't own this property. They don't get to throw people off of it.
Yeah, biatch.
Yeah, you call me. Come on, man.
I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm curious. Are you guys on the younger side or the older side? I'm curious.
I'm 28.
Okay, 20. Okay, you're older.
Does
No,
it
I'm not gonna
matter?
talk shit. I'm not
I
gonna
don't
talk
know.
shit.
What are
I
you
was
saying?
just
Are you saying like, oh, you're young, therefore you are dumb, and therefore I am smart?
Nah, you're right. My bad.
Are you gonna big brother me like, oh, when I was your age,
When I was your, well, when you were 7, I wasn't alive. So, so
So.
yeah. I guess you got.
Oh, this guy's got this
yourself
shirt that says
one.
taxes are bullshit. In Grand Theft Auto, I need that shirt. Look, it says taxes are bullshit on this girl's shirt.
That's space.
That's based. I need that shirt. How do I get that
How to
shirt
beat it, girl.
in the game?
On the game.
Yeah, in the game. I'm playing Grand Theft Auto and I'm live streaming too.
Grand Theft Auto Online is pretty shit. I'm gonna be completely honest.
I like to do the
The
heist.
single player is like.
You know what,
pretty
no,
good.
bro, the GTA Online's not bad. They added a lot of good shit to it.
Yeah, but like it's full of hackers and shit.
Oh, they kind of fixed that.
I would be very surprised if they did. It
I
seems
very
to be like
rarely
they're
see
just,
hackers. Also, you could play in offline lobbies, basically. So basically, like, you could do everything in an offline lobby now.
Man. Okay, so you guys are more the pro large amounts of immigration. Okay, you're on the other side of the fence.
Yeah, I don't care. It's fine. Let people. I believe
Yeah.
in freedom of movement.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of?
But I'm also against
the
welfare.
What do you guys think of the
Based.
Orange King, the MAGA Lord Trump?
I don't like Trump.
He's a tyrant.
I agree.
Tyrant?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess those executive
I
orders.
think
are pretty
violently
strict.
throwing people over the borders, violently arresting people and kidnapping them is wrong.
You consider
Simply for
arresting
being here
kidnapping?
illegally.
Wait, you consider arresting people kidnapping?
If you
haven't violated anyone's rights.
Aggression, then yeah. If you're
Like if
simply
I'm
being-
smoking weed in my own house and I haven't violated anyone's rights, then to throw me in jail is an aggression.
Oh, come
Yeah,
on.
same with
bro. You guys are too
deporting
much.
someone. Generally.
That's kidnapping.
You guys
Yeah,
are
same
too
with
much.
deporting someone. Yeah.
I don't know. I got to be the boomer over here, bro. Nah.
I think we're just right.
Excellent argument.
That's a great
Nah.
argument, yeah.
I got to be the boomer over here, right? Now I got to stop these youngsters. Oh man.
Is that it?
No. I'm just messing around. Okay.
I think we
I
also
mean-
need to legalize all drugs too and prostitution.
I mean, prostitution, whatever. But I don't think all drugs should be legalized. I don't think fentanyl should be legalized.
I think fentanyl should be
You
absolutely
have the right
legal.
to use fentanyl.
It's my job. It's my body, my choice.
Nah, screw that.
You think it's your body?
It's not my body, but I'm saying you shouldn't be.
You think you get to
taking-
control other people's bodies?
Okay, if someone wanted
Certain
to
restrictions.
If someone to eat uranium right in front of you, would you stop them? Would you smack it out of their hand?
Wanted to
No.
eat what?
That's their body.
You,
I
so
mean,
you
they
want
wanna do
so you
that.
just let them die?
I mean, if they want to.
That's what they're gonna do.
That's too much. What if they're mentally incompetent?
Well, that's different. Then they're not really making their own
Yeah,
decision.
that could be. It depends.
I think all drug addicts are mentally incompetent.
I agree with that.
I don't think
No,
so.
that doesn't. No, that's not
That's
true.
not true.
That's 100%.
I think that's pretty true.
See how you're based for that.
Explain that.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that people who have substance addiction, like the human body just doesn't fucking the human breaks down substance addictive
You could
substances.
do
we
drugs
are
and not be incompetent
not built to
mentally.
handle that shit. I respectfully anyone
No, you
who
can still-
has a
Nah, if
substance
you're a crackhead,
addiction
you're
is
mentally incompetent.
basically you're not if you're making decisions like that based on a addiction, you are acting incredibly irrationally, and I don't think that. And
It's completely rational.
How is it rational?
Withdrawals are horrible.
Well, I
People
mean,
don't wanna
there's
experience
nothing
that, that's why they do it.
necessarily like some
I mean, they're
people-
just acting towards.
Yeah,
their
but
ends.
that doesn't. But if you keep doing it more, then you just get more tolerance, and eventually you'll fuck up your body. You gotta
You'll
rip the
die.
Band-Aid
You'll
off.
fucking die.
Yeah, but you have the right to fuck up your body, I think.
No, you don't.
Well, maybe in
Do I
a
have the right to
vacuum,
cut
but
myself?
I think that I think drug addicts are incredibly aren't making this decision to fuck up their body in a clear and rational state of mind.
Yeah.
I would say so.
Mm,
You're making the decision. I mean, it may be a decision that is being influenced by your addiction, but
you're
it's
not
definitely
necessarily
a decision.
mentally insane or something. That. There's a difference, I think.
I would say smokers still choose to smoke.
You think
Yeah.
Smoking is not the same, bro. Smoking a cigar is not the same as going on crack or meth.
I mean, but it's still addictive. It's very
Not
addictive.
nearly.
cigars are a
People
lot
smoke
more
like
addictive than people give
Yeah. Wait.
credit
Should I
for.
be able to stop you from smoking a cigarette because you're
We should
destroying your body? You're probably gonna get
I mean,
worse
you
than
don't
that.
even get
This is
high
take
from
what
it,
I
so it
am.
doesn't even give you any benefit.
We should
Brunch.
legalize weed, but make tobacco illegal. All right. This is my.
Wow, you
radical
are
opinion.
so paternalistic.
But that's
Oh my
not
God, I
gonna
hate- I
that's
would
not
hate
gonna
to
help
be-
anyone, right?
Hey,
Oh.
paternalistic father.
It's a terrible
figure.
mindset.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea.
You don't get to control other people in terms of what they do, as long as they're not using force against others.
We just have
Wait, so I
different
shouldn't be
philosophies.
allowed
I don't
to
think
wait?
that-
So you're saying I shouldn't be allowed to smoke a cigarette? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
It's not your
okay,
body.
but why?
You cannot justify that. You have
Actually, no.
control to use
You're
body.
allowed to smoke a cigarette, but you're not allowed to sell cigarettes.
But why? why? Why?
There's no difference.
But why? Yeah, if
There
I
was a
have a cigarette and my friend says, "Hey, can I have that cigarette for $1 or whatever?" I shouldn't be allowed to do that.
That's insane.
Yes.
But why?
Because
The voluntary
cigarettes
exchange.
are cringe and it's very addictive.
I know it's
You're
addictive,
cringe,
but
therefore I get to punish you. I get to prevent you from using.
it's cringe.
smoking
That's such a
cigarette,
great
or
argument
from selling
to
cigarette.
violate people's rights.
If you smoke weed, we send you to the goal
It's a
line.
really good excuse to
Why-
violate
hold
someone's
on.
rights.
You're assuming that these are rights violations. Well,
Stopping
they're
me
not
from
even-
using
How are they not?
selling a drug that I own? Yeah, that's a rights
something-
violation.
Well, no, you're assuming this under your rights framework, but these are all arbitrary. All of your
No,
like,
they're not
all the
arbitrary.
people that
It's
you
based
think
in
are
the initiation of
unalienable.
force.
How is? But that's also arbitrary.
You're claiming to,
That's
to be able to
arbitrary, bro.
control my body, but you do not have a rights claim to my body.
How?
You do not get to dictate what
Yeah, I
I do
do.
with my body.
Well, we believe in
Because
the
I own my,
NDP.
I own my
Yeah.
body. I possess
Have a
self-ownership.
right
Well, I
Try
don't
to
believe
kill
in the
yourself?
NDP.
So wait, you don't believe in self-ownership?
That's incoherent.
Not incoherent.
Wait,
What do you
can-
mean it's not incoherent?
Do you own
You gotta-
yourself?
Wait, hold on. I want to hear what he hits. I want to hear him. So, do you believe in
Ownership is a-
self-ownership?
Ownership is a social construct. I mean,
Do you believe in self-ownership? Yes or no?
What do you mean? Do I believe in it? Ownership is. A
Do you
social
not know what that means? You don't know what that You really don't know what that sentence means?
I think you have the right to.
You have
Do
bodily
you
autonomy.
believe in self-ownership? Yes or no?
I think you have the right to bodily autonomy.
No, you don't. because
Okay,
you
I-
don't think I get to
okay,
smoke a
did-
cigarette.
Wait a minute.
Fucking idiot. Come on, bro.
I'm asking
really?
you. I'm asking you if
Really,
you
bro?
believe in self-ownership. You can say no if you don't.
What do you mean by self-ownership?
Do you
own yourself,
do you own your body? Do you have a right to exclude other people from your body when you have not
I think you have the
initiated
right to
force against
exclude
others?
Other people from your body, but I don't think you
you don't.
have. I don't think. I
You
think
don't.
you have the right. To,
You think
No,
you
what
get
do
to
you
control what I do with my body when it comes to smoking cigarettes? So you clearly think that I do not have
Wait,
excessive
wait.
control over
Let's
my
let's
body
go
under all
down. Let's go down the line of questioning, right? So obviously you believe that in self-ownership, right?
I believe that you have the right to exclude other people from your body. I don't necessarily think that that extends to being able to do whatever you want with your body.
Yeah, but wouldn't if I'm
That
doing
is
heroin, if I'm doing heroin, would I have the right to exclude another person from stopping them, like from stopping me from doing it?
No, you don't have that right. Absolutely not.
Okay, so you don't believe in self-ownership.
So like
whoever says that
if
doesn't
I'm
believe in
doing
self-ownership.
heroin, do I have a right to stop another person from stopping me?
If a police is gonna stop you from doing heroin, they have the right to stop you.
JR?
What rights claim do they
You
have
can,
to my
hey,
body?
hold on. You can do all of like semantic word games all you want, but like you are using.
Hold on,
it
I'm
as
just
semantics.
whoa.
Like,
I'm asking you a very clear question. It's not a semantic word
no,
game.
well, it is a
It's
semantic
about our
word
system
game.
of property rights.
Listen,
It's
do
not
you
because it's
listen?
not
If you don't
Because I'm
believe
saying
if
that-
you don't believe in self-ownership, you can just be honest and say I don't believe in self-ownership.
Well, your definition of self-ownership. I guess I don't believe in your definition.
This is
of
why
self-ownership.
people don't like.
Okay, so you don't have the right to exclude other people
we
from
are
your body.
libertarians.
I think you have the right to exclude other people from your body. It's
Except for when you
assuming
do
that-
heroin.
What are you talking about? That's not excluding other people from your body. That's not having the right to do
Wait.
with
So
certain
if I do
through your body.
heroin, you're saying that no other, and a person tries to stop me, I would have the right to stop them from stopping me. You're saying that?
What does? How is that?
Are you allowed to stop someone
contradictory?
who's trying to stop you from using heroin? Like, what do you think? I don't. Like, ethically speaking.
I
guess.
do actually.
There's
Ethically,
just-
I think that we should decriminalize drugs. I don't think we should like legalize.
Okay,
the
so
sale of
you
them.
think that people should be allowed to, like, use substances without being
Yes.
punished?
Like, so if I'm doing a
Don't
drug, let's say
decriminalization.
I'm in my house and I'm doing heroin, and then somebody comes in and he's like, "Stop doing that," and they try to stop me. Do I have the right to
Yeah, that's base.
be like, "Don't touch me"?
Yeah, no. That guy stopping you for doing heroin's based heroin. That shit sucks. alright.
So they
So
have.
he's-
So you're
He
saying
thinks
you
he's
don't.
treating you like a slave.
So he has that person. That guy has the right to stop me from using my body in the way that I want to. You're saying that's not what you're saying.
Yeah, you have the right to stop someone from using their body to kill you.
What?
I'm
Wait,
not
what do you
killing
mean?
anyone. I'm just doing heroin.
You're standing over a bridge ready to jump. Does someone have the right to grab you and stop you?
Wait. If I'm doing
Not
about to do
necessarily.
wait. you're not talking about a situation where someone's about to shoot themselves. I'm talking about somebody just doing heroin.
That's basically what you're doing with heroin. You can die from an overdose.
Not
easily.
so every time you
Not
do
necessarily.
so every time you do heroin, you die.
There's a chance and a high
So
chance.
morphine. So people who do morphine, they die just automatically.
I mean, if it's given medically, probably won't die.
Okay, so then that's not true. So you can do drugs. You can do heroin without dying, right?
I
Who's
mean,
who's the Ancap?
I am.
Okay.
I never am.
So it's a very simple question, right? If I'm doing heroin, do I have the right to stop somebody from stopping me from doing it?
I think you have the right to fight back, but that person.
I'm not
has the right to
asking
stop
you.
from
I'm not
stopping.
asking you. I'm asking JR.
I agree with him. I think you have the
So
right
what?
to fight back.
You have a right to fight back and stop that person from
But
stopping
if they're
you?
strong, they have the right to stop you from doing heroin. If they
Yeah,
overpower
yeah, but he also has the right to stop you.
Wait, that's
Yes, wait, that's
contradictory.
Wait, that's literally incoherent.
How is
Yeah,
that-
that's
how is that
contradictory.
incoherent?
They can't both
Yeah,
have the
no,
right
no.
to do that.
Wait.
to
So
do such things.
I have the right to do heroin, and he has the right to stop me at the same time.
Also, I don't like. I think
No.
all of this,
The
like,
answer. Wait. Answer the question.
all of this, like, do I have the right to do X or Y bullshit? Like, it's I don't care about any of the shit. I'm a
Okay, so if I came up to you and tried to rape you, you would say, rights don't exist. I don't care about rights.
Well, no, because
As long as it produces
the
a good
Okay, so
outcome.
then you do care about rights, right?
well, no, the rape is bad.
Okay, so
I
you
think rights,
believe it. You
I
believe in
think
body
rights
rights
are good.
in
I
the
think
sense
rights
that.
are rights are social constructs that are worth enforcing if they lead to good outcomes.
Okay, so you believe in
Ask
rights.
them, can you delegate a right that you don't have?
in a,
That line of
constructive
Yes,
questioning
you
makes
do
it
believe in
already
rights. It's a
important.
yes answer. That's a yes.
Not a descriptive sense. You believe in descriptive rights. I believe in prescriptive rights.
So you believe in rights.
In a prescriptively.
I mean, I believe in well,
I believe in rights.
I believe in
right?
prescriptive
So you don't believe in rights. So if somebody tried to come up to you and rape your ass, you would say, that's okay.
What are you talking about?
I'm asking
I
you,
think that
do
that
you
would be
believe
bad.
in rights? And you're
I
not
think-
answering the
hold on,
question.
I think that. What do you? No, you're like.
what if it produced lots
Do
of
you
happiness?
believe in rights? Yes or
do you
no?
mean
It's a very simple question. Okay, so I guess not. You don't believe in rights.
Aren't you a consequential?
So somebody comes up to you and
Yes,
tries to
I am
rape
a
your ass, you would say,
consequential.
okay, that's perfectly fine
But you
because
care about the
I don't believe in
outcomes.
rights.
Yes, because the rape is bad.
Okay, so
What
you
if it
believe in
produced a
rights.
good outcome?
So you believe that you have the right not to be
What if it
raped.
produced a good outcome?
So you believe at least that you don't have the
I don't
right
know.
to be raped.
Theoretically, it could. Hypothetically, it could. What if it did? You support that? That's the question.
You need specifics here. I need specifics.
Okay, so let's say oh no, I got a situation.
Okay.
So let's say you're on a spaceship and there's 10 guys. The spaceship is about to crash. Nobody is about to see the spaceship, and there's 10 guys and one woman. Those 10 guys raping that one woman is not going to affect society because no one's going to know about it. While also, it's also going to bring enjoyment to 10 guys while only harming one person. So the utility outweighs the consequences. So would it be
I
okay to
don't
rape
think
that woman
that,
in that
Why are you
situation?
making this shit up?
I don't think that sadistic pleasure is like.
No, the utility outweighs the consequences in that situation.
No,
Correct.
no.
it has social utility.
Sadistic pleasure doesn't it doesn't add utility.
Wait, why not?
That is utility.
How is it utility?
Because they're doing it because they're gaining in some way.
How?
Through pleasure.
Sadistic pleasure is well. I don't think sadistic pleasure is like a positive axiom.
Okay, so then how do you
But
how
it
do you
is
calculate
pleasurable for
utility?
By non-sadistic.
Does building a
Okay, so
Dyson
by the way,
sphere around the sun and
you
blocking
are
all
running away
sunlight
from my
reaching the
earlier.
sun means
So
that the
I
nap
had
was
an
not
example
violated
earlier,
because
but
none of
you did not
someone's
answer it
negative
at all,
rights were
and you ran away
infringed
from it.
upon.
So
was the
we'll move on to
example?
the next one, but that's fine.
No. What was the
That is
example?
deontological. That's not. You're literally
How is that
describing it.
deontological?
Earth.
Because you're saying there's something like in principle wrong about sadistic pleasure. Well, what
are you talking
about
about?
sadistic
If you
pleasure
actually
cannot?
think-
Why cannot
if
not
you
bring
actually
utility?
If
Why
you,
cannot not
if you
produce
actually
like
think
utility?
that, like, do you seriously think that utilitarianism is the same as hedonism? That's not true.
I didn't say
Deontology
that.
is believing. Deontology is the belief that feeling any action which causes any amount of sadistic pleasure in anyone would be is holistically bad. And utilitarianism is we should minimize sadistic pleasure.
I thought you were
What do you-
against minimize. I thought you're for like minimizing like harm and like pain.
Yeah,
What do you?
minimizing harm.
But what if you produce more good from the rape? Is
How
that
would
not
that
possible
how?
hypothetically?
How?
Is that
You could
hypothetically
gain
possible?
you could gain more pleasure from the harm that
How?
you're doing to another person, correct?
Well, I don't
That is
think
possible.
No, but if you gain pleasure from the harm, then I don't think
Psychologically.
that's like good.
Wait, you could
pleasure. I
like
think
theoretically you could gain more pleasure from harming another person than the person is being harmed.
theoretically pleasure.
So
but I'm
let's
not
say
I'm not an absolute
theoretically we
humanist.
have a
I think
situation.
sadistic pleasure is bad.
Yeah, so let's say theoretically we have a situation where the utility of and the positive utility outweighs the negative harm that's being done to the individual. You would say that that's perfectly okay to do to that person.
If the positive utility is great enough, yes.
Yeah, so in that spaceship, you would say it is perfectly fine to rape that woman
No.
because
No.
the positive
Yes.
You're a
utility.
contradiction.
That is a contradiction
Yes.
You're not
How
being
is that a
consistent.
contradiction?
because you're
You're not
saying
being
that
consistent.
there's the
It's the pleasure
positive
that they are
utility.
Oh my
It,
god!
it meets your conditions.
The pleasure that the 10 guys are deriving from that rape
Okay.
is sadistic, and therefore I don't think it's worth maximizing.
How do you wait?
Why?
It doesn't matter
Why
if you
not?
think it's sadistic or not. The utility is
What do you mean?
outweighing
Of course
weighing the
it
harm,
does.
correct?
Of course it does.
What is it
No,
about
no.
sadistic pleasure?
Is
that
the
you
utility
don't like?
outweighing the harm? Yes or no?
I'm not a nap absolutist. I would trespass onto
This
someone's.
is not how
Come on, man.
utilitarianism
Wait.
works.
Is the
How does it
is
work?
the utility outweighing the harm? Yes or no?
What
I
do
mean,
you...
probably not, right? In the long
No.
term.
No. Not in the long
No,
term. We're not
because-
talking about the
no,
long term.
because when I talk about utility, I'm talking about utility in relation to my axioms, and that's not one of
Okay.
my axioms.
Okay, so then
I'm a
how do you determine utility?
Anti-realist.
How do
I'm a
you
moral anti-realist. You can't.
how do you determine how do you calculate utility? then?
You ground axioms arbitrarily.
I'm pretty sure
and
Sithis
How do
is
you
too.
how do you calculate utility? You're a utilitarian, correct?
Yes.
How do you calculate utility? Go ahead.
From a combination of axioms.
Like
Obviously, minimizing suffering is one. I think
Okay.
the absence of suffering definitely takes precedent over the presence of pleasure.
Okay.
I think like health, health and like longevity of human life.
Okay.
Yeah, that's basically it.
So
and
you-
pleasure that is not.
So let's say you're
that does
gaining
not-
pleasure. Let's say you're gaining a lot of pleasure, and that pleasure outweighs the harm being done. Does that make it okay?
Yes. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah,
I'm not-
we
I
reached
wasn't
some
asking
interesting
you.
Conclusions.
Well, hold on.
And mine, I can make the bad guys.
Okay,
good
who's
for a
playing music?
weekend. So it's gonna be
What do I?
Okay, so JR, I really, really I need you to answer these questions, bro, because you're not you're not really. I feel like
Yo,
you're
who's
dodging
doing
me,
that?
bro. It's fucking
Is that
this
the
guy, Jesus
Jack
ain't
Harlow?
God.
I can make the bad guys good
Is
for
that
a
the Jack
weekend.
song?
So it's gonna be great.
I muted him
Have
on
to
my
meet
end.
this
but-
person. What the fuck?
You can kick him. I'm pretty sure you're like not allowed to mute people in this conversation.
I'm gonna kick him. I'm just in the middle of a mission, so I can't do it right now. So, but anyways,
KingSithis is the owner of this chat. All right.
yes.
Yeah, he does what he wants.
So I
He
guess
harms
we're just gonna
He
run
harms
away. I
benefits
guess we're just
the
gonna run away from my hypothetical. I guess that's
Hold on,
fine.
no, I would love to like engage with your hypothetical. I just okay, he's gone now. We can get back to it. All right.
Okay,
what
so
was your what were we
I'm
again?
s-
What was your
if the
last
if
question?
the okay, so the question is, if the pleasure outweighs the harm by a large degree, is it okay to commit that harm?
like... Can I get an example?
So let's say there's 10 guys on a spaceship, they're about to crash, and there's one woman, and they want to rape the one woman. All 10 guys are going to pleasure.
Explained immediately, like, that I don't think sadistic pleasure is good pleasure.
How do you determine sadistic
why
pleasure
not?
versus, like, bad pleasure, like normal pleasure? It seems arbitrary.
It is arbitrary. I'm a moral anti-realist. What are you not getting?
Yeah, but you don't have a... Okay, but you don't have
You don't
a
have any
standard.
consistent reasoning.
You don't have a consistent standard.
That's not. You can't justify your reasoning because it's
Oh,
completely
no. It is
ungrounded.
a standard. Sadistic pleasure is any pleasure that you derive out of the suffering of others.
So, like taxation?
No, as in, what the fuck are you... First of all, theft isn't a moral evil, alright? We can...
Really?
Obviously, it
Really?
is.
Yeah.
Okay,
Obviously,
so...
it violates property rights.
So, if
Well,
I
I don't care about
snatch your
property rights.
phone,
Property
if I
rights
snatch
to-
your phone out of your hand,
Okay, so you are
and I run
incoherent.
away from you,
How am
you
I
would say that's
incoherent?
not immoral.
You're
and
using
think-
your body. Do you have?
You
do you
think I'm
get-
You think I'm incoherent because you're so dense that you're incapable of thinking of any other
Let me explain.
ethical
Let me
system
explain. Can I
is-
explain?
other than your own is like a consistent... how can I
Alright, do you exercise exclusive control over your body, or do you think you should be able to do that? No? Do you disagree? Like,
I think it's good that we enjoy that right in this society, but if in a hypothetical society where humanity was on the brink of extinction and you needed to like do shit, and you needed to contribute to the colony in order to keep humanity alive, I think that you would have a moral obligation to do so.
So then you're throwing out the sadistic pleasure thing.
okay.
Now.
How?
Because you're saying
Why?
that you were saying that, oh, you're not allowed to gain pleasure from harming another person, but except when we rob them.
You are not allowed to... Well, okay.
You were robbing them. You were forcing them to
There are
pay
a
you.
couple of things wrong with this. First of all, I don't think property is a construct that legal construct that we afford people, and it can be taken away just as easily as it can be given. All right.
It's justified ethically to have private property.
Okay, so if the
Yeah,
government
That's
came
your
up to you,
ethical system.
if the institution
Yes,
came
ours
up to you
yours doesn't make
and said, "Hey, now your house no longer belongs to you. We're gonna take it to you away from you and give it to some other person," you would say, "Yeah, that's okay because property is it doesn't matter. It's I don't believe in property rights." You would
It's
say,
gonna
yeah.
it's gonna give people pleasure.
Mhm.
It's only
If
sadistic, so it's okay.
if my house was like in the way of like incredibly beneficial like infrastructure project that would like improve the lives of
Oh,
hundreds
and
of
also
thousands
they're
of
not gonna
people,
pay you neither.
Yeah, why would fine? Like
So you would say, that's okay, no problem, government, take my house that I spent
Do they
all
have
my
the
money
right-
on.
Do they have the right to do that?
I think it would
That's
be
right.
I don't care about rights. I care about the outcome
Oh.
being better.
No, hold
No,
on,
the outcome is-
Cameron, one sec.
Okay, yeah.
So you would just say, that's okay, go government, go take it, take my house, no problem.
Yeah.
Wow.
Force me to
okay.
do labor. It's okay. I don't own my body.
So let's say the government says, "Hey, we really need you to build this, and if you don't do it, we're gonna throw you in prison." You would say, that's no problem, as long as it's helping society.
Well, that's different. I think you intrinsically own your body, but I don't think you can
Oh.
intrinsically own possessions. I think ownership of possessions.
That's when it
is a-
comes
So,
to using
like, even if you worked
selling
for it,
different-
even let's say you worked 20 years, labored 20 years for all.
There's no intrinsic law of the universe that you. that
Did I
makes you
say
own
that? Am I saying that? I'm asking you your opinion. Do you not have an opinion on these things, or?
If your resources were better spent literally anywhere else, like I don't give a shit. All right.
What do you mean by better?
So
spent?
we could, okay, so like, let's say the society says, like, you worked 20 years to build a house and you wanted to pass it down to your family. The government comes in and is like, I think it would be better off given to this family. And they snatch it away from you. You would just say, no problem.
Go
ahead.
Is that objectively the case?
Yes, let's say so. Let's say let's say we could we have this utility calculator and we did the calculations and it says, oh look at this utility is better to give it to this family. So here fuck the fact that you worked 20 years for this house. Fuck the fact that you're gonna give it to your family. Fuck the fact that you owned it. We're gonna give it to this family. Yeah, and you're gonna be like, yeah, no problem. Go ahead, government.
Here it is. Keep
Yeah.
it simple. You go in.
Okay.
Fuck you. You don't get to do what you want with your property. It's not actually yours.
Yeah,
Even though
I
you
respectfully, I don't think you actually believe that, but
What do you mean? Why don't I believe that?
so you would have no problem. You would just say, yeah, no problem. Okay.
Well, we don't have a perfectly reliable utility calculator. That's why rights are
Obviously, it's a hypothetical. Yes,
We
it's a
gotta-
hypothetical.
we
It's
gotta-
hypothetical, but obviously hypothetical. If hypothetically there was an aliens who adopted me and said you have to rape this child in order to or we'll blow up Earth, I would rape the child.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Anything. You could. Okay, you would force someone to suck someone's dick for coconuts. all
Not
right? Don't-
force. They don't
Whoa!
have to.
I have
They don't
never.
have to.
Whoa!
It's
Force somebody?
I-
I have never said
I'm gonna go
that
back
a single time. And if I have,
Hold on.
I urge you to clip it and send it to me.
Hold on,
We
hold on.
force-
You
We've
obviously
never
you-
advocated for that.
You don't think it's force because your definition of force is retarded. All right,
No, our you. Oh my god. How do you define force? Wait, hold on. What is your definition of force? Does it exist to you?
force is when you don't have a choice.
Like
That's not
fundamental.
what
Well, force. Okay, JR. I'm gonna give my
That's an
definition of
incoherent
force.
definition.
I'm gonna give my definition of force, and I want you to tell me if you agree with it. Right? Force would be when you use your might to or threaten your might to or some sort of harm to another person if they don't do something.
Then by that definition of Then by that definition of force, that obviously that's not the case. But I don't think.
Well, do you disagree with that definition, or?
Yeah, I do.
What's wrong with that definition?
It fails to take into account that there are situations where people are made to do things involuntarily, even if it's not through someone's might.
Like such, what's such?
So, for instance, like what? Like the Coconut Island analogy?
Coconut Island analogy. Or I have another one. All right, I have another one.
Okay.
Let's say I take this girl out on a boat into the middle of the ocean. All right.
Okay.
Let's say I promised her that I would give her. Let's say that I suggested that I would give her $100, but I didn't explicitly promise it. All right, because that would be fraud. But let's say I implied it, and she.
How did you
fell for
imply it? What does that
it.
mean?
How did I imply it? What do you mean? How did I imply it? People
what do you mean specifically by that? I don't understand how could you imply that without explicitly.
Okay,
stating it?
ignore the reason why.
I think a better argument would probably be, let's say you're in the desert and
let's get into the heat of the.
Well, let's say you're in the desert, right? And somebody has water, desperately needs water, and they come up to you and you say, "Give me $50 for the water." Is that exploitation? I would say no.
Hold on, but we're doing this in the opposite. Well, if I then said to that man, "Sure, I'll give you $50 if you suck my dick," that would be force. Well, it would be involuntary.
No.
And
Look, you have a choice.
Wait.
You don't have to do that.
Theoretically, they have a choice. They could say no.
They could say no and then they die, but I don't think. I think if your choice is between dying or doing the action, I don't think you have a choice. I think that
You have the
well,
choice
you
to
have
die.
you can choose to die, right?
Well, yeah, but I don't think that's
okay.
A
So
bad
then
choice.
you do have a choice, right? Factually,
There's no. You can do.
that's a
Well,
fact.
Do you actually think that people? Do you think that that's
Yes, people do choose to die. Yes.
Yeah, people do choose to die, and I think that's fucked up. And I think that we should give
But wait. So
mental people.
listen to me. People can choose to die, correct?
They can.
Okay,
Hold on,
so it is
let's
a
say
choice.
hypothetically.
So
let's say
there
hypothetically,
is a
I come up to
choice
your-
being given, right? There is a choice being given, right?
Let's say hypothetically, I come up to your house and say you need to give me taxes or I'll shoot you. Do you have a choice to die there?
Yes, you have a choice to die there, but the difference between the first hypothetical and yours is that I'm not initiating force against you in the
I don't
first
care.
hypothetical.
The government, the agents,
Well, that's the
cop, whoever it is,
that's the
I only
the
care
difference.
about the
That's what
colloquially,
determines
people
they're
will-
initiating a conflict.
that
with your
determines
property,
whether or
they do
not you're
that.
violating another person's rights.
Here's another hypothetical, okay? Let's say hypothetically I'm an Uber driver
Yes.
and I pick up a customer, right?
Yes.
And then I drive them into let's say let's say I drive them into the fucking like Panama border region where like they have a 97% chance of like being kidnapped by the cartel and like dying if they leave, all right? And I say, because this car is my property, I can kick you off it right now whenever I want, but I won't, and I will drive you to your destination safely if you suck my dick.
They're probably violating some.
That-
The
I'm
contract
pretty
with
sure
Uber,
that would
to be
go
honest.
that person would owe you your money back, or at least need to take you back, because
Why?
that would be fraud. Yeah.
Contractually, you probably have an obligation if you're working for Uber to not do that.
Yeah, because if not,
If you're
that
in a
would be
contract,
fraud.
I think you have to uphold that.
That's why I'm talking
Like, that's
about
what you're
a
supposed to do.
situation like you're talking
You
about a
agree to do
person
that.
reneging on a contract, which would be either
What if
fraud.
I'm, what's
So-
the contract? What's the what? Where in the contract would it have? What I have to say? I will not. I'm allowed to kick you out of the car whenever I want.
You would be
But
allowed to
I
kick
looked
me
the
out,
Uber
but
contract, bro. I
you
don't
would owe
know.
me money. You would owe me my money back.
What? I can put a no refunds policy on my taxi service.
Sure.
I mean, you could, but then, you know.
I'm sure.
But that would
someone
not, would, okay, so then, even in a situation like that, right, technically there would be no rights violation, no.
Even though I am basically killing a person.
Are you killing that person?
Yeah,
How?
because your actions lead to them dying.
Not necessarily.
Your actions intentionally led to them dying.
Not necessarily.
I mean,
I
do you have
think
the
that
right
is
to kick them
murder,
out?
and
Is
if
the
you don't,
question.
then I guess we like fundamentally.
Depends on if you have the right to kick them out.
Not
of your
necessarily. It depends on whether, yeah, you have the right to do or not.
What do you mean you
Might
have the
not.
right to do it? Of course
You have the right to
do it.
kick somebody out of
How's
your car,
property?
absolutely.
Yeah,
Okay, so
generally
I have the right to kick someone out of my car, and I can kick them out of my car in like a completely hospitable area. And I've been doing nothing wrong under your system, but I basically killed the guy.
well, then that guy should have gone in the car. Yeah, but you haven't killed them.
Why?
You haven't done anything
They
to
didn't
them.
know that. They didn't know that I would just arbitrarily decide that I wanted them kicked out at that particular point.
Again,
of the
it's are you the one that went and killed that person? Like, did you like stab them? Did you initiate force against
I don't
them in any
care.
way?
I don't care.
Okay, so then
if
you're
your
not
actions
killing
lead to
them.
someone dying, then it's killing someone.
It depends.
Well, no, it doesn't depend. And if you disagree, then that's a fundamental ontological disagreement, and I don't know how we're at the impasse.
Yeah, I just disagree with you. I feel like fundamentally,
Yeah,
if
I know, and like you,
hold on, can I
like,
finish a
this-
single sentence?
Alright,
Can I
yeah,
finish my
okay,
sentence,
yeah.
please? So fundamentally, I think that people have rights to their property and their person. And so I have a question for you real quick. Let's assume that like a guy has a weird disease where he's going to die if he doesn't have sex with somebody. And a woman says, yeah, I'll have sex with you, but you got to take me on a date. Is that woman coercing that man? Because he's gonna die if she doesn't like have sex with him. And she's saying, hey, If you, I'll
if
let you
he's
have sex with
I
me,
think
but you
I-
gotta let me go on a date. You gotta go on a date with
we
me.
Tend to assert we tend to assert
Um,
dates with low stakes traditionally, but if that man is literally gonna die, then yeah, absolutely. That's
So
coercion.
that girl is coercing that man.
Yeah.
So she should be forced to
What?
have sex with him.
No. I think if this person lived in a society,
No. Listen to me. Stay in the hypothetical. Should that
well, if there
so
were no,
if
there
that
are
man,
no
if
other
that
people
woman
in
is
this
coercing
world-
that man, then obviously you're saying that she should be forced to have sex
if
with him,
there are
because to
no-
not have sex
if
with
there
him,
were- if there
you're coercing
there
him.
are no other people on Earth, then I think
that woman should be forced to have sex with him.
no, because I think rape and murder are equivalent acts.
So let's say she
She's
says,
coercing
"Hey,
him.
yeah." So that
He's
she
gonna
is
die.
is she coercing him?
He's gonna
then?
die. She's withholding a scarce resource from him. He's
Yeah,
gonna
she's
die.
withholding a scarce
That's
resource
bad.
from
I thought you were
him.
against that, right? That's coercion.
And if she doesn't take him on, he doesn't take her on a date, then she's, no, fuck you. You're gonna die.
If you don't do this thing for me, you're gonna die,
Yep.
right? You're
That's
gonna die
coercion,
now.
right?
That's according to you, coercion on Coconut Island, not in
Yeah.
this situation.
That's coercion, right?
Oh, wait, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so she should be forced to have sex with him.
No.
Hold on. Do you have to force?
But wait, so
is it
you're not
okay to
holding,
force
so
the
you're not
person with the
holding your
coconuts?
standard consistently then.
Is it okay to force the guy with the coconuts to give the other person
Yeah.
who's gonna die without the coconut?
Yeah, because
Okay, but
property
why
is,
can't someone force her to have sex with the guy? It's the same thing.
You're
because-
basically, your
because,
claim here is, JR, basically,
because,
if somebody
because,
is in possession of a scarce resource that another person needs in order to live, and that person has the ability to give that to that person, and they don't, that they are coercing that person.
The problem is that you think that all scarce resources are the same, but I think that bodily autonomy and material possessions are different.
We agree that they're different.
Wait, is
kinds
your
of
body a scarce resource?
It's still scarce. Yeah. Is your body
Yeah, but
infinitely
it's not the
abundant?
same as it's not the same as a material resource. It's not the same.
It is the same as a
I mean, not
material.
literally.
It is a
not.
material
In, the
resource.
in our conception of
Wait,
property.
your
rights,
body is a material resource,
Economically,
right?
it is.
Like that's just a fact.
Well, if you view bodies as nothing but material resources, then
No. Listen to me. Your body is a material resource. That is a
It's
fact.
more than that. It's more than a material.
But your body
resource.
is a
And
material
for
resource.
for your own.
Wait,
It is more
JR,
than a
listen to me.
material
Answer
resource.
my question. I'm asking
It's
you a
literally
very.
a material resource. That's all
Is
it
your
is.
body a there?
What do you
There's
mean?
you're on two.
All
There's
material
a.
resource.
It either is a.
Disagree.
Listen to me, JR. It either is a. It's not a material resource, or B. It is a material resource. So which one is it?
Your body is a material resource.
Okay.
Your,
So you are withholding a
mind-
material resource from another person who's going to die.
I like your funny words, Magic Man. I just
It's a scarce.
It's
resource.
not.
not infinite. For you to have
How
it
is that?
for you to
How
exclude
is
others
that
from
with
using
funny words? It's literally a fact.
it. That was basic. That was not any advanced.
yeah, your
words.
body is a scarce resource, and you have people intrinsically
So that woman should be forced
Hold
to
on,
have
hold on. If there
sex
were only-
with that
hold on,
man.
Hold on. If there are only two people on Earth, which is the only way in which this hypothetical really makes sense, then none of this fucking matters.
No.
because the guy can
Come
just,
on. It's
like, beat
that.
the woman
Listen
over
to
with
me.
a club
Listen to me.
and
That's not why we
rape her
do
like a-
island
That
hypotheticals.
doesn't matter. That's completely irrelevant.
That's not why you do island hypotheticals. You do island hypotheticals to test your the extent to which you're willing to take your ideology, right?
Like when it comes to property rights, yes.
But
Yeah.
most people's ideologies are generally thought of in relation to how society should be run. And
Okay,
with
so I
what
just
we
love the
got a world in
dodge
It's
that you,
related to how
the
society
full
should be
180
run.
dodge that you did for my questioning.
How is it a 180 dodge?
Okay,
There's
it's a very simple
What is
question.
wrong with what I'm saying?
There is a woman that can have sex with this man, and she is refusing to have sex with this man because, and she's saying, "I won't do it unless you take me on a date." Is that coercion?
In a hypothetical situation where people die because they don't have sex, then yes.
Okay, got you. So she should be forced to have sex with that man.
Yes.
Got you. No problem.
Wait,
But this is the
say?
problem, right? You keep
Said yes.
you're smugly talking about you're being really smug, all right? And you're saying, well, you don't actually.
I mean,
believe
obviously
that. I
your
know
system
you're,
isn't
but,
good.
like,
No, I
Well,
mean, if
no,
you believe
you're-
it,
you're-
if you believe it, you believe it.
Hold
I'm
on.
just saying that's
KingSithis,
crazy, bro.
KingSithis.
That's just
You
crazy,
can-
bro. There's no
you can,
way.
like, scoff and smug and say, like, oh, well, you don't actually believe that, because that's an objectively crazy thing to believe. And I agree, it is. But people dying because they don't have sex is all an objectively crazy thing to exist.
Bro, okay, you act like it's a crazy thing that, oh my God, you're using an example where we justify raping a person or murdering a person, where it's just like, well, actually, we justify murdering. If you support the state, then on a daily basis, you would justify murdering millions of people all the time because states murder millions of people all the time. So it's not just one person who's being murdered, it's millions of people who are being murdered by the state and being robbed by the state.
Are we at war right now?
There are states at war killing each other, millions of innocent people right
I'm
now.
not a citizen of any of those states.
Where do
If
you
they
live?
did, I
Okay,
would be
but
against it.
you
Are you in Australia?
you support states, right?
States that do good things, yeah. States that do bad
Okay,
things, I don't support.
so do you support your state?
Yeah, I think Australia is a pretty good state, to be honest. I
Okay,
think
so
there's
have
a pretty
states ever
good shit.
committed? Has Australia ever committed an atrocity?
Yes, Australia has committed many atrocities.
Okay.
Unfortunately, they're not doing them anymore.
So you would support a country that commits atrocities?
They're not doing them anymore. I don't care.
Oh, okay,
about-
so that makes it okay.
Would you support someone who
well,
murdered in the
if we
past? But, like,
Okay, so
stopped it?
but you get what my point, right? Is you're acting like my one person hypothetical is like, oh my God, one person getting raped. Oh my God, that's like so crazy. But on a daily basis, people do justify like murdering millions of people in war and famines and killing and blowing people up. Like people justify the nukes in Hiroshima. People justify World War II. Okay, so it's not a far off example.
There are
all in the name of consequentialism.
Yeah, all in the name of utilitarianism. So it's not a far off example.
If we didn't bomb those people, they would have killed us.
I have a question.
It would have killed our guys.
Would you kill someone like just kill some innocent guy if upon killing that person the entire world simultaneously adopted Ancap ideology and Ancapistan was established?
No, what the
No,
fuck?
hell no. You don't achieve Ancapistan.
That would be peak irony, dark irony.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so ironic if you do that. You're not an ink.
I'm glad to know will never actually your fucked up world will never actually come to exist because you don't actually like.
Oh, because we don't want to murder.
It's fucked up not to
bring
violently
up
to violate people's rights.
In order to
We gotta murder some people.
Wait, what's fucked about? What is fucked up about ANCAP? The fact that we don't think it's okay to violate people's rights.
I think that there would be some pretty fucked up consequences of like ANCAP society existing. I think in the long run,
like someone being forced to rape someone because they have a sickness.
I think in the long run, anarcho-capitalism would just evolve into neo-feudalism.
Bro, oh my god, why do people always say this? It doesn't even.
I don't even know what the hell is neo-feudalism.
It's feudalism, but in the modern era.
Anarcho-capitalism is not.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You can just.
What if I want to be a king? If I'm the owner, if I'm the owner of the land and I want to be king of my land, what's wrong with that?
Then you'd be a state. And
it's not a state. I'm the owner.
Unless you're taxing people, unless you're coercing people, taxing.
It's not a state. You could be a king without being a state.
They can leave. If you own the land, then they can leave your land, and you can.
Yeah, because you're the owner. The state is not the owner.
How are they not the owner?
Because they stole it.
How did they? How did they steal it?
They took it by force, or they bought it using funds in which they stole from other individuals.
You probably have you ever like have you ever
had sex? No.
Okay.
The United States government murdered like at least hundreds of thousands of Indians.
Yeah, they killed a lot of them.
That was genocide.
It was pretty fucked up.
They were stealing people.
Those poor Indians.
Those Indians were.
They don't own the land, obviously.
Those Indians didn't respect the NAP. I mean, like.
Oh yeah, so they deserve to die.
Hold on.
No,
You're
I'm
telling
using
me
the
like the
wrong one.
children they murdered,
Um,
the children that troops murdered, that like American soldiers murdered
You-
in like massacres of
You're
Indians.
being, you're,
They did that. Did those kids violate the NAP? The state
you're,
like
hold on.
politicians endorsed that.
You do realize that I'm being kind of facetious here.
I know,
I'm
but you
making
got to
fun of
realize,
your
like, you act like
like-
my example, like, of, like,
We're
the person
against
on the... Hold on, like, you
aggression.
act like my example of the person on the island is like, oh my god, that is, like, such a crazy example. But, like, on a daily basis, people in the government do justify killing, murdering a lot of people, like, all the time. That's just a fact.
I think in most cases that's bad. I mean, except for maybe with the possible exception of the America going into World War II to defeat the Nazis. The Nazis were pretty bad, to be honest.
What about when
I shouldn't be forced to.
What
What
about
if I didn't
people
want to
when-
fight?
When people were conscripted, was that bad?
I think the Nazis
When you were
also-
enslaved.
Conscription is slavery.
So you
yeah,
don't
but the
stoop to
Nazis
their
were
level.
also doing it.
You
That
don't
doesn't
stoop
make
to
the
their
whole...
level.
You have
okay.
If
Oh.
someone is
They were also
killing you-
gassing people. Should we have done that too? Or...
Yeah, we should have gassed the
Oh,
Japanese
no,
people we
no,
put
no,
in
no,
internment
no.
camps.
Yeah,
We
right.
should have just done what they did. Oh,
Yeah,
I get it.
I mean,
now.
they were doing it too, so...
Good
like-
idea.
I'm being, you do realize, right?
I'm being
Being
facetious,
retarded.
bro. Yeah.
You do realize. First of all, gassing ethnicities of people isn't necessary to winning a war. Conscription kind of is. If
Not
your
if they
enemy-
are
They thought it
inhibiting
was.
you.
They were
Not
at
if
war
they're
with certain
inhibiting you
people.
from
They thought
winning.
it was.
What do you mean?
What if they're inhibiting you from winning?
What do you mean if they're?
What if they're all going
inhibiting
to
you
leave and then join some other side of the war and then fight you?
from- Sorry, who?
I don't know. I'm just giving an example. I'm not pointing to an actual serious.
Well, yes. If the U.S. government if it was made apparent to the U.S. government that if they did conscription, like the entire country would like revolt or some shit, like. Yeah, but that didn't happen.
I
So-
know. It's just
They
an
don't have the
example.
right
It's
to
just
enslave
it's just
people.
an example.
They don't have the right to force you to go to war. That is.
Why'd
Do you
they
think
kill all
that
the
government
civilians?
has the
God
right to
damn.
force people to go to war. Yeah, and murders.
No, I'm playing Grand Theft Auto and I'm robbing a bank and they just shot all the civilians. I was like, damn, why you kill all the civilians? God damn.
That's what happens in war.
Yeah, you know, it's the
So-
cost of robbing a bank.
It's okay.
Well,
just donate
robbing a
all the
bank
money.
is,
You'll bring about a lot of good utility.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, basically.
Unironic. Yeah, you.
So if I rob a bank and then I give it to a bunch of poor people, is that okay?
Yeah, the bank's insured. It's fine.
Wow, got you.
It's okay to steal people's money as long.
Yeah, the bank's insured. It's fine.
Somehow that makes sense. I don't see
Wait,
how.
what if your house is insured?
any
So
sort of-
shut up. So somebody burn that bitch down, no? Or
Yeah, I'll just. Can I? Do you? Actually. Like, wait. If I destroy your property and then I compensate you after, like, give you the same exact thing after, is that okay? Like, technically.
If it
As long as I
if
compensate
you
you, that's
destroying that,
usually-
if you destroying that property created a sufficient amount of good somewhere else in the world, I don't give a shit.
Okay, so you. Okay. Interesting.
you're pretty fucked up, man. Not gonna lie. Like, I'm not even trying to be
I think
mean.
you're pretty
I'm just
fucked
saying
up.
it's pretty fucked up.
I just don't think your
that's pretty
system
fucked
of like rights is
Yeah, I think it's pretty messed up.
You don't have like a coherent. I don't think you have. A good
Well,
system of
yes, I don't
coherent-
believe in rights descriptively. There is no intrinsic law of the universe that people have
Hold
any
on,
rights.
hold on. I don't think. Hold on, Sithis. Are you a moral
Realist?
relativist?
No, we're not making moral realist arguments here. All we're doing is just like justifying our beliefs.
It feels
And why-
like you are.
No, we're not
feels like
natural
you are.
rights.
So we're
theorists. We're not
where and
natural
when
rights.
in this
I
whole
don't support- I don't
conversation
believe
did
in
we
natural
say
rights.
we're objectively correct and you are objectively wrong?
Just because some
Because
anarcho-capitalists
every
believe in
time I
natural
say
rights.
that, like, because every time I say, well, taxation causes this, like, good effect, like, well, that's theft. Like, is it objectively?
No, it's theft because you're forcefully extracting wealth from somebody without their consent.
Is that
And that's theft.
objectively- is that
It's
objectively
theft according
What,
to
do you
our
disagree with that?
conception of
Wait.
property
Do you
rights,
disagree
according
that?
to our rules.
Do you disagree with our definition of theft?
Theft is illegal. Is a legal statute.
Oh, okay, got
so-
you.
I mean, it's a,
Oh, so that makes it all right. No problem.
it's a term. I mean, it exists.
You know,
in
literally
legal
every
context.
society, basically every society to ever exist has had a concept of like giving like money or resources.
Okay, and every
to the
society
collective.
enslaved people, so that
If it
makes it
was-
okay.
Well,
Obviously not.
well, no, many societies haven't. Don't
Hold on,
enslave-
how can you reject? Do you believe in self-ownership, or did you say? I don't remember what you said.
He said
earlier.
no.
So slavery is okay to you because you don't actually own your body, so someone else can use your body if they want, force you to do things. So you don't have the
Slavery
right
is,
to your body, according to you.
Slavery doesn't. What? How does slavery increase utility in the world?
Well, it
I
would
don't know,
increase
like, what if you got a
utility
bunch of
by
slaves to,
like
like-
it increases utility to the slave owner.
Yeah, but like the slave owners
What if they got
usually
lots of
own multiple
utility out of it?
slaves. And those slaves are also people who should be considered in this.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, a lot of people argue that having slavery was built a lot of countries and built a lot of wealth for a lot of countries. So they justify it in that way. Not saying that I would agree with that, but I mean, there are a lot of countries that built their wealth off the backs of slaves.
Yeah. What if that seemed to? What if that brought?
And
like,
you're
would you not say
talking
that
to
was
me right
utility?
now off the backs of slaves.
Yeah, well, so what I'm arguing is that does that justify what they've done because the utility outweighs the harm?
First of all, it wasn't the states who enslaved people. It was private property.
Wow.
owners.
The state
It was.
enforced that.
Yeah, but
State
they
enforced
made it
that.
legal.
The state enforced all property rights.
Yeah, the property of human beings.
they-
I'm
They
sure
enforced an
if there was
incoherent
if there was a significant region in the world,
Are you guys fucking
arbitration
stupid
courts-
or? Oh my god! Sorry, not you. Sorry.
Well, I know you believe that anyway, but
No, I was talking to this guy and he crashed into the fucking wall like a dumbass.
if there was a society and there would be no if two people if enough courts in an area in Ancapistan agreed that slavery was actually fine, then what would anyone be able to do about that?
That doesn't make it okay.
Why not?
Because I believe that people have rights.
I mean, I have a feeling people would stop going to those courts unless they all do. They all believe in slavery? All these people who are buying from the courts, like, they're fine with it.
People have rights, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I agree prescriptively, but in Ancapistan, like, how would you ensure that those rights still exist?
The market.
Yeah. The market can enforce them. I think people would like to have their rights enforced.
Yeah, but like, I think a lot of people who have a lot more money would be benefit from violating other people's rights to their own benefit.
The profit from helping people would outweigh the profit from harming.
How?
Yeah, people don't want to do business
Because
with people
the freer
stealing from
societies
people.
free societies that organize through cooperation as opposed to force are more often more successful than those who have top-down economies.
Why do states do what they do?
Well, what they do it because they are a parasite. Basically, they need to allow the host to live.
Why do states like
People in the states want to benefit themselves largely.
Yeah, that's why they allow for markets. They allow for markets so that they can feed off of that market.
Yeah, and then redistribute the money, the wealth, through taxation and the like, and other things.
Yeah.
They're a parasite. Feeding off the host.
This you want to know who else is actually, what the fuck am I saying? Hang on. But why are the states like being parasites? Like, why are they doing that?
Because they're sucking the wealth from innocent people.
No, but like, why would they do that? Like, what's
Because
their
they
motive?
want the money.
Yeah. And if people want money, then why would people not try and suck wealth in Ancapistan?
Because
There's not a
doing so,
system.
because there would be repercussions for it.
Why would there be repercussions for it?
Because
what
we
if,
believe in property rights, and we would
what if
have
they own an
rights.
army?
I mean, people wouldn't want that
Our
happening
army
if
would
it-
be bigger
Why would your army be bigger?
because we could hire more armies
So,
How?
are you ready?
using money.
I think more people are against kinds of aggressions.
What if
And
I
ANCAP,
already
more
have a lot?
people-
Happen to them.
More people would support
They would realize
private
oh, wait,
property
I don't
rights.
have a monopoly on.
More people would want to support private
Majority of
property
people
rights
today like the idea of a state.
if we live in an ANCAP society.
This is.
I mean, okay, so and I don't.
Yeah. Whatever. I think in ANCAP society, I think a lot of people would decide that actually states were fine. I'm sure you could.
Nope.
I don't
sure.
think they're just gonna be able
Not
to
after they see all the
create a
epic
state.
AI and wealth and beautiful things that are created because of it.
In anarchist societies I can think of that sort of represent anarcho-capitalism from the past that I'm aware of. I do not believe they fell. Like, these societies were conquered. They didn't, like, there weren't all these internal conflicts that caused the state to eventually form internally. Like, I know in medieval
What are you
Ireland that didn't
talking
happen.
about?
I know in Southeast Asia, the highlands of Southeast Asia, that never happened. It's states that come in and conquer these places. Iceland was kind of proto-anarcho-capitalist. That didn't. It was Norway that came in and took control eventually. So I don't think that we have evidence of like
What was
these
the first
internal
state?
conflicts arising. Huh?
What was the first state?
What do you mean?
Rome. No, I'm just kidding.
Why did states form in the first place?
Well, what
People
happened
wanted the
was
monopoly on
bandits.
force.
What end up happening is bandits were robbing people, and they realized that they could make more money by establishing themselves as basically kings and ruling over those people, allowing them
Yeah, you
to
make a
trade
lot of money from ruling over
and
people.
protecting those people while just stealing their money to protect them, and
If
just
you make
taking.
a lot of money from ruling over people, then why would companies who are motivated by money not try and rule over people?
Well, because they would make more money by cooperating.
People wouldn't pay those business. Like
Also, with the
voluntarily,
state-
they would not go to those businesses. They don't
with the
want to
s-
associate.
yeah, with the state, you're being
Why would
forced to
they-
pay.
why-
With
why?
a private
Why would you want to
company-
associate with such a business?
You think
voluntarily?
slavery is bad?
Yes.
Do you own a phone, right?
Yes.
So clearly you don't actually care about whether or not you associate with companies that do bad.
It is not. Whatever is happening is not our fault. Like that is not.
Did I
and
enslave
whatever the
anyone?
company- yes,
Which
and
could
if
you
I-
name me?
yes, and-
Show me the person that I enslaved.
I don't. Hold on.
You have no
We're not
idea.
having-
You
this
have
is-
genuinely no idea what.
Hold on. This is not the
cannot
same
prove
argument
that.
that I'm making before. You acknowledge that the company that you bought that from is doing slavery, though, right?
Maybe. Well, I don't know. Samsung.
What do you mean they're
Well,
doing?
Is
slavery?
Samsung doing slavery?
I don't think Samsung itself is, but I think that there are things on the supply. Either way, when you buy that phone, somewhere you are giving money to a business that is doing slavery, right? And you
Okay.
think
Am
slavery
I
is
doing
bad.
the slavery?
No, but this is what
Okay.
I would.
So then,
okay.
could you
This is-
point me to the
that-
person in which I enslaved?
What if it provides us a lot of utility? Then it's okay.
This is
right?
hold on.
It provides me so much utility.
Holy shit! This is not. I'm not trying to argue down this path. Okay, I'm trying to get you, bring you.
Could
Could
your
you name me the
consequences.
person that? Could you show me the person in which
Oh
I
my
enslaved?
god! Let me finish. So, if you think that it's actually fine if you give money to a company that enslaves people, right? You think that that's okay because you're not doing enslaving, right? I mean, like, I don't want to argue that right
It's
now.
not
okay?
my
You
responsibility
agree with
what
that.
people do.
Yes. Okay. So,
Yeah.
it is not my responsibility in Ancapistan to not give money to a company that is trying to extort tax money from people?
They're not
I'm
extorting.
not the one doing
Companies don't extort taxes.
Well, no. What
state
if,
does.
what if
It's
the
not
company
your fault what
tried
they
to do
do, I
that?
know.
What if they violated the NAP? What if they like tried to do
They
that?
wouldn't be a company anymore.
Bad.
They would be a
They're acting
criminal
like a state,
organization.
bro. They're criminals.
Yeah.
Why?
That would be illegal in Ancapistan, bro. You can take them to a private court. So please, as far as possible.
What if they don't show up?
Dude, what if they don't show up? Then the judge will make
Yeah,
a
what if they don't
ruling
show up?
regardless.
I know
Regardless,
you
the
like-
judge will
I
make
know
a
you
ruling
love-
based on the
I
evidence.
know you love laughing at that, but like it's true. Like, what if they just don't show up? Like, you laugh at it.
What if
because you
someone
don't have
doesn't show up to
an
court
answer.
today? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
If they
Of
don't
course
show
that
up
can
to court
happen.
Today, then if they don't go up to
The
court
judge can
today,
still
then
make a ruling, and if they come to a ruling that says this person's guilty, that person will be guilty regardless.
Yeah,
That's how
so
it would work.
At the end, yes. So at the end of the day, you do actually have to use force to maintain.
Yes,
a
we are not
society.
against using force. We are against initiating force, i.e., initiating conflicts with people over scarce goods over scarce property that they own. That is what we are against. And if you violate someone, you then owe that person something. Depends on what is ruled by a judge in like a court or something.
What if they just paid off the court?
The court is gonna be incentivized not to do that, because if their customers find out that they're taking bribes, then no one's gonna go to them and they'll lose money.
But you're giving money to companies that are doing slavery, so clearly there's a sufficient number. Of
I
people
don't
who
give
could
my money.
actually give it.
I have never given my money to a company that does slavery.
Well, you've given money to companies that give money to companies that give money to companies who do slavery.
And that's not my fault.
I
I'm
know
not
it's not
responsible
your
for it.
fault.
That's not my. I'm not responsible for that.
I know it's not your fault, but you're saying
You didn't cause that.
On one,
It's
hold
what
on,
they're
in
doing.
one breath, you're saying that it's not actually my responsibility to give money to companies to not give money to companies who do bad things. But in another breath, you'll say, well, actually, if a company does a bad thing, people just won't give money to it. It's one or the other.
Well, if I'm paying a
I
arbitration, if I'm paying an arbitration agency to arbitrate over my case, and I found out that they're taking bribes from other people on the other side of the case, yeah, I'm not gonna go to that court.
And yet, you buy things that you...
Yeah, because that's not a trustworthy service.
That's not a trustworthy service. Whereas when I
It doesn't serve.
when I go to the Samsung company and I buy a phone, I get a phone.
Yeah, you're not getting. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like
What
a
about,
court where like, oh, they might just accept a bribe and rule against me sometime. Like, who the fuck is gonna buy that? I highly doubt.
Yeah,
People.
they're gonna lose money.
Would be competition too. There are people being like, okay,
What
You
if
could
they
just
got
go to
more
a-
some
money from
others are
accepting bribes?
corrupt. Huh?
What if they got more money from accepting bribes?
It's not gonna work.
They could do that. Could
Not in
happen,
Ancapistan.
but there's always going to be competition regardless, and also that doesn't.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
what if
see
I don't
how
recognize
that.
the competition? What if I don't like their court?
What do you mean you don't recognize? It doesn't matter whether you recognize. It still exists.
Why
And it's going to be
not?
able to compete with your services
Why would what?
in a free market. That can
I
happen.
disagree with their. But I disagree with the rulings of their court.
So you're saying that it's impossible for there to be more than one court?
Yes.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. Courts can disagree.
All right.
Courts disagree in states like.
I don't think you actually believe
they
that.
They have dominion over a specific area of a contiguous area of territory.
It doesn't matter about the dominion. It's about who has like contract. It's mostly based on who has like who's bought your services, and so these people who buy your services.
Yeah, but what if I don't buy? What if I don't buy services from the other courts? What if I only accept services from my court?
Well, then, if you committed a
mean-
crime against another person and they go to a court and you refuse to go to any court, then you're not representing yourself in any of the courts. And once they come to their adjudication, then they would be within their right to enact whatever that judge says. Whereas you would be more incentivized to cooperate and go to whereas you would be more
They can prove you
incentivized.
did something wrong.
Yeah, if they could prove you did
doesn't
something
matter.
wrong, yeah, it doesn't matter if
Well,
you don't
then
show
you owe
up.
that.
They're gonna you're still gonna owe that money
How can they prove that I did something wrong?
with evidence.
Well, what if But like, why would
Using
why
it.
would be
Oh
a
my
possibility?
god, bro! This guy's
The
trying to
question is,
trying to come up with like every scenario just so that he could figure out a way to make us look bad after we made him
Bro,
look
there's
terrible
nothing
for
about
literally
all this
supporting
stuff that,
rape.
like,
The,
worse than
the
yours, that we
ultimate
can't-
point I'm trying to make is that you can't have a legal system where different parties in that legal
You
system
can and we have.
disagree.
We can and we
Hold on,
have.
how?
When?
In the
Where?
real world, you're saying that there's no such thing as a private court?
Yeah, but there's a state that ensures that if you
No, that's not true. Not true.
What are you
Wait, what's not
talking
true?
about? If you
The private courts, they settle their adjudications between two parties, and the two parties agree to the adjudication
Yeah, private arbitration.
or arbitration. So
Or
that's a real thing
that
that happens in the real world. So it
and
is
it has
possible.
existed in
Yeah.
past in other countries. And, yeah,
It could not only work empirically, right, but it could also work theoretically.
well, but
yeah, obviously this has worked before.
not in a
Throughout
state
countries.
society.
Ultimately,
Actually,
you
yes,
have
they
a-
had in stateless societies. There have been private
medieval
courts.
Ireland, they had
Medieval
private
Ireland
law.
had shitloads of slaves.
Okay,
Yeah, they
We
still had
but they
private law.
also
We
there's
literally
medieval
had-
Ireland,
hold on,
there's
hold on.
That's
medieval
irrelevant to whether they have
Iceland.
private law.
This entire
believe in
line of
private
Yeah,
law.
so what you're doing is you're trying to
Hold
obfuscate
on,
from the
hold on, let me
fact.
speak,
You're
let
trying
me
to
speak,
obfuscate
let
from
me
the
speak.
fact that
Let
you
me
know
let you
that.
speak.
Can I get my point in? We started
point.
this line of argumentation with me saying that in a system of private courts, it is possible that there would they would ultimately just allow slavery to exist. And you gave an example of, oh, well, medieval Ireland had private courts. And guess what? They had slavery. You're proving my point.
What about? Yes, that's bad. They had slavery. What about
Yeah.
it? That they had private law though. They had private courts. That
Just
was my-
because a country had
talking
slavery and also private courts doesn't mean that every time
I
you have a
point-
private court means that you're gonna have slavery. That's a dumb argument.
I point to
Well, yes,
medieval
but
Ireland.
Slavery was sanctioned by the
So
enforced by the private court.
because a country had slavery while also having private courts means
Bad.
that every time you have a private court, that means that every time you're going to have slavery.
Oh, not every time, but I'm saying it's
Okay, so
possible,
then
and I
that's a
don't
dumb
wanna
argument.
maintain that
Yes,
ability.
in our system that would not be.
So just so
legal to
pointing
enslave
out that
people.
medieval Iceland
Why
had
would it not be
slavery.
legal?
Wait. So
Laws
pointing
are
out.
done by
That's not what our system
Wait.
permits.
So pointing out that medieval Iceland had
Illegal.
slavery is not a refutation to whether or not they had private courts or not, right? Clearly not. We're
No,
talking
I
about
was
a
making
situation
it-
in which a stateless society had private courts. You asked us a situation in which stateless society had private courts, and then I showed you a situation where they did, and then you're being like, "Oh my god, but they had slavery." Well, it's just like, yeah, but that has nothing to do with whether or not they had private courts or not. They
I
did have
know,
private
like-
courts, and it was enforced.
I know you like have like memory. I don't know if you have memory issues or something. We started this line of argumentation with me trying to argue that in a system of private courts, it would be possible and incentivized for the courts to uphold the institution of slavery. That was the point I was making.
Incorrect.
Well, you
Because
might
there
agree
there
with
are
that, but
situations.
and I'm asking you to make it. To
Are
take
you
an example
assuming?
of a
So
stateless
you're
society
basically
that has
saying
private
because
courts.
a country had slavery while also having private courts, that means that every time you're going to have private courts, they're going to choose to enslave people.
Well, I haven't seen an example of a stateless society.
So
with,
because I
private
can't
courts
give you an
present.
example. Okay, so 200 years ago, I would support abolishing slavery. Would you?
Hold on.
Would you have supported
I- I
abolishing
have to-
slavery
I have to-
200 years
I have
ago?
to-
Yes or no?
Hold on, I have to talk to someone for a couple of minutes. I'll be right back.
Huh?
I have to talk to someone for a couple of minutes. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, my argument was essentially going to be, well, 200 years ago, I couldn't give you an example of a country that didn't have slavery, but nonetheless, I'm still going to support not having it because, you're violating people's rights.
I mean, if you're exactly the same person you are now, then if you existed 200 years ago, you would. Yeah. I don't think people even though we had slavery in the past, like culture has changed significantly since then. People do not support slavery really today, like they once did. So I don't think you just have that in a society, in some theoretical society, where you have private courts. I don't think you'd have these courts enforcing this because people wouldn't support that. That wouldn't be the norm, which would be
Yeah, most
good.
people don't want to be enslaved, so
Like you can have that, and you could have slavery being enforced by courts, and that's bad. But that's not what our system like permits, and people don't support that today. So I don't think you'd have that even in reality. So it's kind of like then I can just say like states enslave people today, so like they have historically. So like we can just say the same thing about like whatever status system we see.
every state enslaves people, so therefore you can't have a state without slavery.
That's true. Because and you have to like steal from people and do certain things that constitute denying people self-ownership. And I would argue that is basically the fundamental tenet of slavery is that you don't own yourself, I own you. I get to do what I want with you, including like, stealing your property, like taxing. So, I mean, that seems like that's slavery.
F the government,
I
dog.
think I'm gonna go, but
Yeah, I'm gonna go to
Yeah.
after I finish this heist. But it was fun hanging out.
alright, I'll see you.
I'm back.
What's up?
What's up? So to answer your question, which I assume is something along the lines of, would you support the abolition of slavery in 1800? Yes, I would.
Okay. So let's say I'm a guy from 200 years ago, and I come up to you and I say, "Hey, could you point me to an example of where there wasn't slavery, and it was more prosperous than when we don't
There
have?"
weren't. There were
weren't?
many examples of societies
well,
that had.
Until you can
that didn't
until you
have
can
slavery.
point me to a society where they didn't have slavery, then I'm not
Yeah,
going to
there was
support. I'm not
many-
going to
there
support
were many
abolishing
societies.
slavery.
Yes, there were many societies which didn't have slavery. Actually, the U.S. was one of the last countries to abolish slavery.
Okay, so let's go to a time in which they did have slavery everywhere, and then I ask you the same question. Should I then just doubt you automatically because you're not able to point to me or to a real life example of that being so?
I'm pretty sure, like, Neolithic humans didn't have slavery.
Okay, so I guess you're just gonna ignore my hypothetical. That's fine.
What do you? No, I'm engaging with your hypothetical.
No, you're not.
Yes, I could point to an example of a society that didn't have
So
slavery.
I didn't ask you that. I asked you if you couldn't.
What do you mean if I couldn't?
If you
Well,
if you
no,
were
I
not
just did.
able, if I came up to you and I asked you, okay, point me to a time in which slavery wasn't better, and then you weren't able to, would I then be justified in saying, yeah, well then I guess we shouldn't abolish slavery. We should just enslave everyone.
You love to do that well, I guess that's fine bit.
I do say that a lot, but I mean it does make sense.
So your basically your argument is that if you can't argue something existing, you think I'm arguing that because something hasn't existed before, it can't ever exist. But that's not what I'm saying.
Well, my argument is that we have situations in which there are private arbitration agencies that do settle disputes between private property owners without the state, and that is perfectly possible. So if you're gonna ask me to choose between a state versus a private company, I'm gonna choose the latter because I don't want people to be forced.
And I don't want to be forced to suck someone's dick on a coconut island.
No one's forcing you.
They
We've
are
been over
forcing me,
this.
'cause I'll die. 'Cause
Nobody's
I'll die.
forcing you.
I'll die if I don't.
You could choose to die, right?
I don't. If my only other option is dying, then that's being forced to do something. Okay.
Wait, you could choose to not live, right?
Well, yes, but I don't think that that's like a fair choice.
So like you
I-
could choose not to suck the guy's dick, right?
Yeah, then I'd die.
But you could. It's a choice nonetheless.
Yeah, but you can also choose not to pay taxes. You'll just go to prison.
Oh yes, but then they're initiating force.
I don't care.
Whereas
I
the
just care
one
about, like, the
situation,
outcome.
like I'm not initiating force, whereas your situation they are.
I don't care.
But you should care because, you know, then you're basically endorsing people going around and raping people, murdering people, killing them.
That's
So long
I
as
don't think that's okay.
you know, so long as it fits your narrative.
What do you mean my narrative? The fuck
Well,
are you
how
talking
you
about?
feel is better than what would be the other. What would be otherwise.
Well, I don't think that there are any good justification. I don't think that there are any situations in real life where rape is justified because we don't have people with diseases where they die if they don't have sex.
But we do justify murdering millions of people, whether it be through conscription or, you know, forcing them to pay taxes, stealing their wealth, things like that. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not talking about a situation once. Like, yeah, the one situation I gave you is like a weird hypothetical, but like it's not far fetched to.
Yeah, but okay, so with conscription, right? I think conscription is bad in a vacuum, but if you're fighting against another country that if you don't do conscription you will lose to that country which is a worse and more tyrannical.
Yeah, I know what
think
you're
that,
saying,
like,
but my argument is my hypothetical isn't really that crazy because it's only applying to one person, whereas in real life people do justify murdering or putting a lot of people to death through the state. Like, it's not just one person, it's like millions of people, right?
I guess.
Okay, so it's not really that crazy for me to come
If
up
a
with a
state does-
hypothetical
if a state
where one
does,
person gets
bad-
harmed, right? Where you know, when people are literally justifying harming millions of people, right? It's not like a crazy
If
hypothetical.
a state does bad things in a vacuum, then like that's fine. Like no, sorry, no, that's not. That's
Yeah, but
then
again-
I will stand up against that. Like I will the democratic governments allow you to like speak out against and try and change the state from within to try and stop it from doing bad things.
Wait, what causes you to be hungry?
What causes me to be hungry? Malnutrition, starvation.
So not yeah. So it isn't another person that causes you to go hungry. It's your body that makes you go hungry.
It's yeah, and what causes you to die when you get shot by the state?
The aggression.
No, it's the bullet.
Well, it's a bullet, but you're initiating force.
How?
Whereas in the other situation, you're not.
Well, in both cases, it's you're killed by a thing. In the case of the state, it's the bullet, and in the case of the coconut, it's starvation.
Well, again, I didn't cause that starvation.
Yeah, you did.
No. Just because I
Yeah.
refuse to give you something that belongs to me for free doesn't mean that I'm responsible for the fact that you're dying of hunger. There's no direct causal link. Whereas with a bullet, I'm literally firing a bullet at you and you're dying because of my actions. Whereas like it's not my action that caused you to die, it's your body.
Well, no, technically, it's if I shoot you, then it's your body caused you to die. From the blood loss.
Yeah, but it was because I shot you. I
The
did
point I'm
something.
trying to make is
I
that
did something to your body to cause it to die, right?
Yeah, and I did something to your body. I deprived.
I
it
did.
of,
Whoa,
you
I
deprived
did
it
not
of
do
nothing, you
anything to
deprived
your
it of
body.
nutrients.
I didn't do anything
did.
to your body. No, you didn't. Just
You
because I
deprived it of
don't give you
nutrients.
something for me for free does not mean I did anything to you. I didn't do anything to you. I just didn't do something for you. It's different. There's a difference between not doing something to you and not doing something for you. Right?
What do you?
So if I give you a massage, I'm doing something for you, right? And I'm also doing something to you, right?
Right.
Okay. If I'm not giving you my food, I'm not doing something for you, but I'm not doing anything to you. Right?
This is all word games.
It's not a word game, it's just a fact.
If I don't give someone food and they
I'm not
die,
doing
then
anything
the
to
outcome
them,
is the
right?
same.
I'm
I
not
don't
doing
care.
anything. I'm not entering their body. I haven't physically harmed their body. I haven't taken anything from their possession, right? So I haven't done anything to them, right?
I do not care.
Well, I know, but it doesn't matter if you don't care. I'm asking you. I haven't done anything to them, right?
Some of you will do crowd team will go downstairs, blow the first vault door with the thermal charges, then use the card to get into the
Yeah, you
network,
deprive the
open
body of
second
nutrients.
vault door, and then look
I
out.
didn't do that anything to them. So I didn't do anything to them. So I went into their body and took wait. So I went into their body and I took the nutrients out of their body. Is that what you're saying?
The rendezvous.
No, you just didn't give them nutrients. And
Okay,
they
so I
died.
didn't do anything to them. I just didn't give them force. I didn't do something for
This is
them.
a fundamental. This might be a fundamental.
No.
disagreement.
You agree. There's no way you could disagree with this. There's no way you can disagree with this.
I think that if your actions lead to someone dying, regardless of what those specific
Am
actions
no.
were, that's murder.
I'm not asking you that. I'm asking you a very simple question. If I don't, no. Listen. If I don't give you something, am I doing something to you?
I guess technically.
And if I
not,
am,
but
what
that's
am I
still
doing?
murder.
And what am I doing to you?
Murder.
How?
Because your actions led to me dying.
Okay, what have I done to you to cause you to die?
I don't care what you did to me. Your actions.
No.
led me to die.
I know. I'm not asking you if you cared. Did I ask you if you cared or not?
Well,
No, I didn't ask you if you cared. I asked you if I did something to you.
someone's mad.
I'm not mad. I'm asking you a very simple question. Someone's obfuscating.
Did you do something? Yeah, I already answered your question.
No, you did not. I asked you a very
I said
simple question.
technically yes, you didn't do anything to me, but I don't
I
care,
haven't
that's
done
still
anything
murder.
to you. No, right?
Sure, so but
Okay.
that's still murder,
So
I
there's a
don't care.
difference between doing something to you and not providing something for you.
Still murder, don't care.
I didn't ask. Did I ask you if you cared? No, I didn't ask you if you cared. I asked you if there's a clear difference between not doing something for you and doing something to you, right?
And the answer is yeah, but I don't care.
I never asked you if you cared or not.
Okay, fine. Yes, there is a difference. I've answered
Okay,
your question,
so
you're
there is a
confused.
difference. So when I say I haven't done anything to you, right? I haven't violated your rights. You can't say,
You
"Oh,
murdered
but
me.
you caused me to starve. You did do something to me.
murdered
I didn't do anything to you.
You killed me.
I didn't kill. No, I didn't do anything to you. You even agreed. You just okay. So we're gonna go back on what something do you just agreed to?
You killed me.
How did I kill you? What did I do to you to kill you?
Because your actions led to me dying.
I didn't do anything to you. Even you agreed. Okay, so now you're going back on what you just said.
No, I don't care if you did something to me. I care if your actions led to me dying. That's what
Out
I
of
just
curiosity, are you talking about? Are you just concerned with the positive conception of liberty here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well,
There's obviously a difference between positive and negative rights. He's acting like there's no difference between positive and negative rights.
Well, you don't care about positive rights, you only care about negative rights.
So you do know that there's a difference between positive and negative rights.
Yes.
Okay, so then you understand that I don't believe in positive rights in the sense that I don't believe
Yes,
that
and I
people
do.
I don't believe people should be forced to give up things that they own.
Yeah, I disagree.
Okay. I understand you disagree. You think people should be forced to give up things they own. Yes, I got you.
Yeah, because, like, the government is the only thing that, like, ensures that you still own it. Like,
No, that's
can
not
take
true.
that away.
You can enforce property rights without the state.
No, you can't.
Really.
Yeah, you can't.
So if somebody comes and tries to rob your house and you pull a gun out and they run off, how did the state intervene?
What if they also get a gun? What if
No,
they
no,
also
no.
have a
Hold
gun?
on. Okay, now you're running away from the
That
hypothetical.
doesn't work with legal challenges, though. Right?
No, no. I asked you a very simple hypothetical. A guy comes up to your house, you pull a gun out, and he runs away. What did the state do to intervene in that situation?
Nothing. But I don't understand.
So
how
what
that
you're saying is
enforces property rights.
so what you're saying is you protected your property without the state.
Yeah, but I think.
So
in
you're
order
meaning to
for
tell
a
me that you
property right-
can protect property rights without a state.
How is you protecting your rights? That's just you protecting shit that you say you own.
Wait, what right are you protecting? Your property right, right?
No, you're protecting your stuff.
You gotta be kidding me right now. You gotta be kidding me right now.
There's no fundamental law of the universe that you even own that stuff.
You
So I
gotta
don't
be
know what
kidding
you're
me
doing.
right now. You gotta be serious. You gotta be kidding me right now. You're protecting your stuff. How is that any different from your property? You're obviously protecting your property.
Property is a social construct. I don't
Okay. So if you don't own your body, that means that it's okay for someone to rob you, to enslave you.
I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about prescription. See, this is the problem. Every time you default back to that. I'm not a libertarian.
No. You
I don't-
said, listen to
I don't-
me. You just made the claim that
you think
ownership.
that it's only possible
You
to
believe.
think that murder is
Listen to
bad
me.
because of this property
Yeah, okay.
framework,
Okay.
which-
Yada 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 yada. Are you ready to hear the argument? So, you just said that you believe that ownership is based on social recognition, correct?
Yes.
Okay. If somebody socially recognized you, if the society socially recognized you as being owned by this other guy, does that make it so?
Yes.
Okay. So you do believe that slavery is legitimate,
Well, what do you mean by legitimate?
as in that person is the owner of that other person.
Yeah, I still think it's bad, but like.
But
Yeah.
nonetheless, that is their legitimate
Yes.
property.
Yes.
So slavery, it may be wrong, but it's legitimate.
Not anymore, but back when it
You would
was
but
a
if
thing,
it
yeah.
was recognized, you would say, slavery. I may not like
It's
it,
a
but
legitimate it's a legitimate institution, but I would still be like, vehemently like. Against
yeah, I
it,
get
like-
that you would be against it, but you would still consider it to be legitimate.
Do you think that like the United States is a legitimate institution?
No, they're illegitimate
Then why don't you then? what
because they
happens
will.
you-
Because if I don't pay, they'll shoot me. They're criminals
Why does that make them illegitimate?
because they're criminal
How are they criminals? They are the law.
because they're shooting
Anyone
me.
who goes against them are criminals.
Yeah, so if they make a law saying that it's okay to rape your ass, you would say, that's okay because they make the law.
I mean, it's a legitimate law. I don't think it's good.
Oh,
that they
so
did that.
all right, so they're legitimate in raping your ass.
Hold on. What do you mean? Hold on. We're getting a bit mixed up. What do you mean by legitimate? You're obviously
As in they
like,
have the right to do so.
The moral right or the legal right?
Legal right.
Yes, of course they have the legal
Okay,
right to do so.
got
They
you.
make laws. They don't
Got
have the
you.
moral right to.
Yeah, I don't think the state. I don't consider the state's laws to be legitimate. Especially
what do you mean by
the illegal drugs one.
What do you mean by legitimate?
As in, I don't consider it to be the actual, like, I don't think they have a right to stop me from doing
A
drugs.
moral right or a legal right?
Illegal and moral.
How?
I mean,
they make laws.
they may
State
make the
makes
laws,
laws.
but I don't consider the laws to be legitimate. Their
not?
laws violate people's rights.
Why does that matter?
Because I believe in human rights.
Yeah, but like you can believe in human rights morally, but like, if you defy like the state, then like you're still gonna get shot, and like there's nothing you can do.
That's not
about
going to
that.
stop me
Like,
from believing. Wait a minute. So if you're on, somebody can. Do you think it's wrong to rape someone?
Yes.
Okay, but someone could just rape you.
Contrary to what you.
Oh
might
wait, someone
believe.
could just rape you.
How?
I don't think you actually believe
I think
that.
I'm thinking in Pakistan they probably could.
No. I asked you a question. So, do you believe it's wrong to rape someone? Yes or no? Obviously,
Yes.
no. You think it's wrong to rape someone, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Rape is wrong.
So, if someone came up to you and they raped you right now, would you still say it's wrong to rape you?
Yes.
Okay,
What
so
is- what
someone,
is- where-
just because someone has the ability to rape you, that doesn't stop you from
Morally,
thinking it's wrong
yes.
to rape, right?
Morally, yes, but when you're talking about a legal right, law is a construct of the state.
So, if the state said it's legal to rape, you would say, it's legally legitimate to rape now.
Yes, I would say it's legal to rape. That would be a factually correct statement that you just said. Yes, that is factually.
I
that
mean,
would be
it's under
factually
the
correct.
state law, under the state's laws, but I don't consider their laws to be legitimate. Again,
What do you mean by legitimate?
as in, I don't consider I consider what they're doing to be violating people's rights.
But why does that make them illegitimate?
Because
That's
I
not
believe in human
illegitimate.
rights, bro. You're asking me the same questions over and over again.
But why does that make them illegitimate? Just because they violate human rights? That's what legitimate means.
Because they're crime. Because again, illegitimate in the sense that I don't think they're right in what they're doing. As in, I don't think they have the right to do what they're doing.
That's not what legitimate means. That's what immoral means. There's a difference.
I don't think they have the right to do what they're doing morally or legally.
Why legally? They make laws. Of course
I know
have
they
right
make
to
the
do
laws,
it
but if
legally.
they made a law that says it's okay to rape me, I would still say it should be illegal.
Well, yes, you can say it should be illegal, but that doesn't change the fact that it isn't in this.
Okay, so I think rape is wrong, but I could still be raped, right?
You could,
That-
and like.
Well, is
there
that
would
going to
be
stop?
no
Is that going to
legal
stop you from
because
thinking
you
rape is
did it.
wrong?
No, of course not.
Okay, so
What are you
apply
even
that to
trying
the
to
same.
say?
Apply that to the same. Okay, so now apply that logic to the argument that I just made earlier, which was essentially just because the law is that it's okay to rob people does not mean that I'm gonna just automatically be like, oh, well then it's okay to rob people now because the law says so.
I'm not challenging your moral prescriptions here.
I'm also, yeah, but I'm talking legally too. I don't think it should be legal to rob people.
Yes, you may morally believe. Well, first of all, it is illegal to rob people.
The state robs people.
Unless the state does it, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think the state should have the legal right to do that.
Okay.
Come on, bro. It's basic ethics.
Well, ethics is not an objective science.
I've never said that.
Well, then why are you saying? Well, it's basic ethics, duh. People. Have
Where
different
where in
ethics.
that did I say that it's?
You
I don't
just
know,
said
bro.
it's
You're just
basic
confused.
ethics.
You're just confused, bro.
That's
I don't
what
know
you
to
just
tell
said. You just said.
I said
it's
so.
basic
That
ethics.
means that I think it's subjective.
Well, no, I'm saying.
I never
like,
said that exactly. So you don't even. You're just confused. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Yeah. Yes, I'm confused.
I'm getting tired, bro. I'm just trying to finish this fucking heist because I want to get money.
How late is it for you?
Because these guys are fucking dying. It's like 6 in the morning. It's the weekend.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Fuck. We're almost there. I just hope everybody gets there alive. Somebody died. Wow, that's great. How are these guys dying? Oh, these guys are ass. Maybe I should go back from. Yeah.
How are they dying?
I don't know.
think it's good that they're dying. I think that their death is illegitimate. So
Oh
therefore,
my
that's how they're dying.
god, bro. Damn, bro. I lost. Fuck this shit, bro. I think I'm just gonna carry on this tomorrow because these guys keep fucking dying. Everybody keeps fucking dying. Anyways, I'm going to bed, so I think.
Yeah, I probably should go to bed too.
Have a good night, man.
Good morning to you, I guess.
Yeah, you too. All right.